Falcons. Hey yo, batter up, let the ball begin. Solano Falcons, bout to show you how you win. Cause this is our year, man, forget the past. We taking over right now with our pitching staff. When the count's 0-2, every hit is so through. Fastball right by him, they had no clue. It makes a jaw drop, they got no chew. Strike three, you're out, homie, let him know blue. Solano to the plate and you know it's on. He swings for the pitch, it's going, gone. So don't try and step to the Bay Valley champs, cause we're coming for the pennant. This the Wallachi, yeah. We might strike it out, or we might steal, or make a go-go play in center field. Solano baseball, all have tight skills. All stars everywhere, wait for the champions game time.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else. All are welcome to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast, where the Solano Falcons will host the Contra Costa Comets. 16 centigrade, 61 Fahrenheit on this beautiful Thursday, March 20th, week 12 of 2025. My name is Nathaniel Thomas. I'll be providing your play-by-play commentary. Joining me in the broadcast booth, color analysts Robert Murray and Holden Beers. Yes, he is. Robert, what do you expect from Contra Costa today?
Well, yeah, Nathan, this Comets team, they come into this game 0-4 in conference play and currently on a 16-game losing streak pre-conference. And when you're on a 16-game losing streak, you got to find a way to get that energy in the dugout. I know you've been losing a lot, but you got to find a way to cheer each other up, pick the next man up. It's that next man up mentality that's going to win you these baseball games. And a player I look to start that energy today is Jaden Lack. He's been amazing for them. He's hitting nearly 400, and he's been one of their steady hitters all season long. And I think that also pitching will have to do their part. When you're pitching inconsistently as they have been, it's been tough to score runs and keep that good level headset.
Right, so it looks like there's a lot of potential in the offense, and if the pitching can keep things sharp, this could be a fun game. Mr. Beers, what do you expect from Solano?
Yeah, Solano, their last game, they played Contra Costa, first of a 3-game series that they're doing. They won 8-2, pitched really well. They had Chekaluski on the mound, one of their best pitchers. So Solano did a really good job of containing that hitting that you're talking about, Robert, that Contra Costa can get going if they can get some momentum. But pitching today for them is Daniel Rios, has a 7.53 ERA. He has 14 strikeouts and 14 innings pitched, so he's not Solano's best pitcher, but he can get the job done. And they're also led by Tyler Chalk, who has a 4.57 average, which is first in conference play. He's batting fifth in the lineup today. Solano's got a couple backups in, kind of testing things out in the second game of this 3-game series. And they know that Contra Costa, they're on a 16-game losing streak, so they can get those guys playing time today. And they also beat Contra Costa in that first meeting 14-5, so that was a high-scoring game for Solano, and Solano's looking to get another win tonight.
Okay, yeah, so a good chance for Solano starters to get some much-needed rest. Some guys on the bench are going to get some looks that they'll be needing. Robert, what do we have for Contra Costa's lineup?
Jaden Lack will be leading off playing center field, and Ryan Payton will be playing short, covering that 6th hole. Kevin Ferruta playing third. Jacob Jajola is their second baseman today. Kieran Parilla is their designated hitter. Miles Ellis playing first. Behind the plate is Isaiah Samonte. Caden Finley is in left, and Elijah Thomas will be playing right field today.
Thank you, and now we're going to hear Solano's starting lineup.
Your Falcons starting lineup. In center field,
Isaiah Pazmino, Winners High School.
at shortstop,
Michael Rivera, Vacaville High School.
your designated hitter,
Mason Sayre, Willsey High School.
playing right field,
Cameron Taylor, Napa High School.
your third baseman,
Tyler Chalk, Vacaville High School.
the left fielder,
Rolando Ramos, Pioneer High School.
at first base,
Bryce Alcantara, Vanden High School.
catching,
Kane Hill, Vanden High School.
playing second base,
Tanner Millsaps, Demonte Ranch High School.
your Falcons starting pitcher,
Daniel Rios, Pinole Valley High School.
The national anthem is just concluded here at Yarborough Stadium. Now on to Brooklyn Gonzalez for the pitching report.
These two teams met on Tuesday, where Contra Costa's pitching staff gave up 13 hits, 8 runs, and only 6 strikeouts, which is a key contributor to Solano's 8-2 win that game. Solano, however, allowed just 5 hits, 2 runs, and had 11 strikeouts. Today, Daniel Rios will take the mound for Solano. Holden, you told us a little bit about that. As for Contra Costa, Jonah Fisher will start. He's coming in with a 0-3 record, 12.41 ERA, 16 strikeouts, 24 innings pitched this season. Nathan, back to you.
Thank you, Brooklyn. So, yeah, it's going to be Rios versus Fisher, and the team has just taken the field now. We've heard both of the batting lineups. Now on to the defensive alignment. We're going to have Robert introduce the men on the field.
Well, yeah, like we introduced in the lineups earlier, it'll be for Solano, it'll be Ramos in left, Pazamino in center, Taylor in right. This is from left to right. Chalk is playing third, Rivera at short, Millsaps is at second, Alcantara will be playing first. Rios is the starting pitcher, obviously, and catching for him today will be Kane Hill.
Yeah, at 22, Jaden Lack. He's the player that we said to watch out for. Batting .400 in conference play. He's waiting patiently to receive his first look at the ball game. The catcher, Kane Hill, signifies balls down.
Well, you know what they say about Jaden Lack. He doesn't lack confidence leading off.
Yeah, I mean, you need an abundance of confidence to be out there. So Jaden Lack lacks none.
And I think during that 16-game losing streak, they didn't have him for some of those games because he's only played at 9 total games this season in the 18 games total that they've played. So he's missed about half the season. And for a player like that to miss half of the games, it can show why maybe Contra Costa is in the situation that they're in right now.
Yeah, I mean, him being in the lineup is and right at the top of the order shows what a key contributor he is for this offense. I mean, even in the major leagues, you see the best hitters who would traditionally be in the cleanup spot. They bat first and second now because of the value that first at-bat has. So here he is in the box. Daniel Rios working from the windup, the kick, and the first pitch of the ball game is going to be a called strike right at 1400 Pacific Standard Time.
Starting the game right on time today.
The home plate umpire is Salvatore Banda, and working the field is Sancho Martinez. So thank you to those two gentlemen for officiating this ball game.
Great start so far by Rios, getting those first 2 strikes of the first at-bat of the game. Can really help build his confidence to start out these first few innings.
Yeah, when you're able to get those first pitch strikes over to start off a game, you maybe get a quick out potentially here. It'll be huge confidence builder for Rios.
Ooh, good curveball in the dirt. So it's always good to see when they throw their off speed early in the game because, you know, you just want to get a feel for it immediately. There's no time to waste.
Yeah, Lack doing a good job right now, staying patient, playing conservative, hasn't swung yet at any pitches.
Yeah, he's getting a good look. He looks at 2 curveballs low in the zone. Rios brought it up just a little bit. That would have been a great pitch, but Lack, being the patient hitter that he is, he's able to lay off of it. But that's a good take. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. The infield playing straight away. Here's the kick, and the 2-2 swung on. Dribbler, right side of the field. The first baseman, Alcantara, is going to take it to the bag himself, and the first draw of the deck is a 3 unassisted.
Yeah, great play by Alcantara there, just waiting patiently for that ball to get to him, knowing he has a little bit more time over there at that first base position to make the play, calling his pitcher off, saying, I got it.
I think their defense overall is going to be a huge factor in this game today for them to get the win, because our last broadcast we had against Los Medanos, they had a lot of errors defensively, and that's what caused it to become a blowout loss for Solano. And against Los Medanos, they had a 3-game series against them and lost all 3 games. But other than that, in their last 6, they've won 3 games. So really, Solano hasn't lost to any other team in the last 6 except for Los Medanos.
Swinging a hard line drive. That's going to drop for a base hit. That's the second hole hitting Ryan Payton. He's the starting shortstop. First hit of the ball game. Now that gives Kevin Ferruta, the 3-hole hitter, 1 on with 1 out.
Great job by Payton right there. Only a 203 average for him on the season so far. Almost a 300 on-base percentage. But it's a great start for him to get on base in this first inning.
Yeah, like you were saying, great way for him to get on base here. It's just very key when you can get on base early into a pitcher's start, because they're still trying to find that command and everything. So when you can get to a pitcher early, really takes down that pitcher's confidence and brings up that lineup's confidence.
It can mess up his groove a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, facing adversity, 1 out into the ball game. Not too much. There's a runner on first. The infield of Rivera and Millsaps. We haven't seen that pairing too often, but this is a very fundamentals first Solano Falcons team, so we're excited to see what types of double plays that middle infield can turn today, if it's on the ground.
Yeah, not only defensively, but offensively as well. I think Solano plays great fundamentally. They're good at bunting. They're really good at getting walked. Their on-base percentage is 400 compared to their average, which is 300.
Ground ball through the right side. That's going to be a base hit. Now the runner is trying to advance to third. It's cut off, and with 1 out, and the cleanup hitter stepping to the plate, Jacob Jojola, the Contra Costa of a pair of snake eyes.
Great job so far by the hitting from Contra Costa. Got out in that 1 hole, but now 2 straight batters have gone on base. Now got a runner in scoring position. Rios might have his groove messed up a little bit now.
Yeah, Rios is going to have to find a way to settle in here, try to get out of this pair of snake eyes like you call it, Nathan.
That ball is in the dirt. Blocked, but skirts away, so immediately it becomes second and third on a passed ball.
That could be huge for the Comets, because now there really isn't a chance of a double play with the runner advancing to second now, and with 1 out, that's pretty big, I think, for this inning.
Yeah, second and third with 1 out for the cleanup hitter. Rios has the pitch very cautiously right now.
Yeah, I've noticed he's been throwing a little more fastballs. Hasn't gone to that curveball as much in these last 2 at-bats. I think he's just trying to find the zone here.
Yeah, Jojola in 59 at-bats before starting this game. 59 at-bats, 16 hits for a 271 average as he swings through that offering. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, 271 average is pretty good for this team hitting-wise, and it's pretty good at the community college level too.
Yeah, you could argue that Jojola is one of their best hitters. I mean, he's played all 18 games, only had 5 strikeouts with that 271 average. So he's been decently consistent for them all season long.
That one's in the dirt, so 3-1 now. Jojola also has 8 RBIs, so he does have a chance to rack on 2 more. Those 8 RBIs would be second in the team. The one with the most is Kevin Ferruta with 9.
And just think about it, Jojola is only a freshman, so he has 1 more year at the community college level.
Swing and a ground ball. That's going to get through the infield. 1 run's going to score, and they're going to hold up there. Another pair of snake eyes. 1-0 as the Comets take the early lead.
Yeah, as Jojola makes his RBI total 9 now. It's just, as a freshman, when you have this much success, you just can't wait for your sophomore season and just build on to that. I know we're still early in conference play here, but he's got to be looking great right now for that future.
Yeah, it can definitely build confidence in a young player like Jajola, especially for that next season. Like you're talking about, it can really give them momentum going into the offseason to make themselves even better when they're already good in their freshman season.
Pick off to first. Nice, crisp pickoff attempt to keep the runner close by. Here's number 24, Karan Perilia. He's a freshman outfielder. In 13 at-bats, he's got 3 hits and 1 RBI. He stands very tall in the box with a very powerful stance. The kick and the pitch. Curveball that misses low and away. So again, number 24, Karan Perilia, the designated hitter in the 5 slot. First and third, 1 out, and a 1-run lead. Jajola is the starting second baseman over at first base. So he could have some speed.
Yeah, they have tried to pick him off a couple times already. But as a team, Contra Costa only has 13 stolen bases on the season. That's 81st in California.
The speed game might not be so a part of it.
Swing and a miss. He was underneath that fastball right at the thighs. He foul tipped it into the glove of Hill. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. A sign now coming from the third base coach. There could be a play on with 2 strikes. This is typically when the runner wants to go because they're anticipating an off-speed pitch, and it makes it hard for the catcher to get a throw off. So Rios is going to set from the stretch, the kick and the pitch, low and away. The runner with an aggressive secondary over at first base. He's going to stay at first, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Jajola tries to get his first stolen base on the season. Doesn't have any yet. He's been caught a couple times, though. So maybe today he gets his first.
Yeah, it wouldn't come at a more opportune moment. It would get rid of the double play opportunity. That one's away. The back pick to first. The tag, safe. That was very close, though. Good attempt from Kane Hill.
Yeah, these Solano catchers, they're really good at the back pick over towards first base. They have close plays almost every game we're watching them now. It's either J.J. Dane or now Kane Hill behind the plate, just back picking to first. Don't get too far off that base if you're Contra Costa today.
Yeah, Dane has always been so good at that. Last year, he was amazing at that.
And swing you later. Karan Perilia is going to wave at that last pitch. So 2 outs now with 2 on for Miles Ellis, jersey number 25, the starting first baseman.
Yeah, Ellis, another player that has played 18 games, all 18 games for Contra Costa this season. But his average a little lower at 231, but he's only struck out 6 times, so just 1 under Jajola, as Jajola's going to get second right here.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a
funny slide there.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe that slide other than awkward. It was a delayed steal, though, so Kane Hill was caught off guard. And also, better time to steal, Miles Ellis taking the left-handed batter's box. So a little bit of a blocked view on the runner at first. So now it's second and third with 2 outs. That ball's swung on and lifted way foul just in front of the batting cage. A long run for the left fielder Ramos and the third baseman Chalk, both giving that foul ball some attention.
Yeah, this team's more of an on-base bat-to-ball skill, play station to station if they can, because no one slugs particularly high percentage besides Faruda at 4.46. So they don't really hit the ball in the gaps quite a bit. They really just tend to get on base with singles and walks for the most part.
So 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that might be a reason why they're on this 16-game losing streak, because they don't add those little elements to their game. They kind of just play a simple baseball game. When we're in junior college now, you got to be able to add those certain elements to your game as a team.
Swing and a line drive and base hit right to center field. Both runs are going to score. Ellis thought about going to second, but he's going to stay put at first. A 2-out, 2-run single makes it 3-0 as the Comets take the lead.
Yeah, and Pazamino didn't even have a chance to maybe throw into home for the second base runner as he kind of fumbled the ball as it went down. Great start, though, for Contra Costa.
Yeah, these Comets putting up 3 early runs against Daniel Rios. It's been quite a rarity for them to do that here in these games on that 16-game losing streak that they're on.
Yeah, and the last game, like we said on the 2 days ago on the 18th when they were playing Solano, they only put up 2 runs, so they've already exceeded that number in the first inning today.
There's a first pitch strike to jersey number 8, Isaiah Samonte. In the 7th slot, the starting catcher.
Already at the 7-hole in the lineup.
Yeah, Rios was. I think his confidence has gotten a little struck after he had the first 2 base runners on. After lack, he got lack out.
Yeah, it was Peyton who got that single, and he ended up scoring the first run of the game. So, the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th batsmen have all scored. 1 runner on and 2 out now for Isaiah Samonte, who has a 1-2 count. So Rios with a chance to get out of this productive inning for the Comets. He's going to set just under the letters. The kick and the pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out.
Yeah, that one just missed right there. You know Rios wanted that call to get out of the inning, but he's going to have to find a way to dig deep and make a pitch here.
Yeah, and this Contra Costa team doing a really good job of getting a good eye on the ball and not swinging at pitches outside the zone. I think it's kind of catching Rios off guard a little bit.
Oh, and that one's low and away. So this is a batsman's full house. He was down 1 ball, 2 strikes, but the batsman, Isaiah Samonte, was able to work it. 3-2 now.
I think you got to attack him in here. Last time we saw them, they were attacking him inside with that fastball, and he swung over it.
And strike 3 called. Rios beats the full house, gets out of the inning. It's 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's JJ Dane. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. Bottom of the first in this 3-0 ball game. Leading things off, the center fielder, jersey number 10, Isaiah Pazamino. He's going to show bunt early, pull it back, and the curveball is out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Pazamino, he's just looking to get on base here, spark a rally for this Solano Falcons team.
Yeah, and pitching for Contra Costa is Fisher, who has 24 innings pitched, which is the most out of any of the pitchers on this team. Has a 12.41 ERA though, so I think in his big boatload of innings that he's had a lot of innings where he allows a lot of runs, and that's why his stat might be inflated a little bit, I think.
Yeah, he's also got 5 starts on the year, right? So, there's lots of opportunities. And early in the season, you want to give your starters a lot of room to figure some stuff out. So a 3-0 lead, that's some early run support. That's got to feel good. You got some run support before even throwing your first pitch. Now that ball is going to be skied in the air. The center fielder is charging in on it, and the center fielder is going to make the last-minute grab after losing his hat. One away.
That was great speed by Jaden Lack right there to get to that ball. He was sprinting because he was playing a little more far back. He was able to field it.
Yeah, Jaden Lack on a full sprint coming in. He wasn't sure if he was going to make the play either. Put that glove out there, caught it low, and was able to record the out for his pitcher.
Great play there. So now Fisher, again, like I said, with that 3-0 lead, he can pitch comfortably. He can attack the zone, and he's going to try to do that now against jersey number 4, the starting shortstop, Michael Rivera.
I really like the motions he goes through, and then his arm angle when he pitches it.
Yeah, he has a nice tight windup when he's going from that. And then that arm angle coming through, it's kind of more of 3/4, like kind of tight action. So the hitter doesn't see the ball as quick as he normally would with the over the top.
Yeah, it reminds me of some MLB pitcher that I used to love. I forget his name though, but it really reminds me of someone a lot.
Did you really love him if you forgot his name though?
I love the way he pitched. I don't really remember his name that much.
Anyone who watched the Marlins in the late 2010s, if they remember J.A. Happ, you have to ignore that weird funny step, but he's got that motion where he sort of cocks his elbow way behind his scapula and then thrusts it forward. So it's a very violent motion, and it looks like he does get really good movement out of his pitches. He's got a 2-strike count now against Michael Rivera.
J.A. Happ pitched for quite a while there in the MLB. All the way from early 2000.
Comebacker right to the pitcher, Fisher, who snags it for a loud second out.
Well, great reaction time by Fisher right there. That ball was smacked right towards him, and he's able to catch it.
Yeah, I might have to check his underwear after that one. That ball was screaming at him.
Well, here is Mason Sayer with nobody on and 2 outs. And you know what? That's the kind of play where the baseball dirt might not be the only stain on your pants. First pitch is a called strike, 0-1.
We talked about how Solano has a couple backups in today, but Sayer, he's one of the players that we've really seen thrive for this team this season as a starter. I think he's got the second best average on the team.
Actually, I don't know about that. I think he's gone down the ranks a little bit recently, as Cameron Taylor now has the second best average on the team.
The 1-1. It's a curveball that hung high. It was above the letters.
Yeah, that's 2 straight pitches now that he's hung a curveball super high and outside the zone.
So that could spell some danger if the Solano Falcons could get a hold of one. It's a beautiful day with the wind not even moving. So the ball can fly in this crisp March afternoon. That one misses high again. 3-1 the count now.
Yeah, Fisher might be a little, I want to say maybe a little shaken after catching that ball that came at him.
Yeah, totally understandable.
Definitely can get your adrenaline going in that moment and then for the next couple minutes or so. So might be why his control is a little off right now.
Sayer was swinging away at that one. It looked like another off-speed, high in the zone, and Sayer was right on it. He fouled it straight back. We all know what that means, but now it's the pitcher's full house. He was behind 3-1, climbed back 3-2. The kick and the pitch swung on in the air, right side of the field, but Thomas is getting a beat on it, and Thomas is going to make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning as we head into the top of the second.
My name is Rolando Ramos. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. 3-0 here in the top of the second inning. Daniel Rios is back out there. He's facing up against the 8th slot Caden Finley, jersey number 15. The starting left fielder looks at an outside pitch for ball 1.
It's been a great start so far for Contra Costa, getting those 3 runs in the first and then going 1-2-3 on Solano.
Swing and a line drive to center field. Pazmino charging in, and Pazmino is going to make that look easy. That's one of those hard plays where a line drive right at you, you almost have no depth perception. But Pazmino, with his route, kind of took a slight angle on the ball and then made the catch. And that's just textbook right there.
He read that ball beautifully. I mean, he broke immediately in. He knew it was going to be in front of him, and he caught it at head high level.
Now another ball in play. It's off of the glove of the shortstop Rivera. So there's Elijah Thomas. He's going to be on base with, we're going to mark that as an infield single.
Yeah, I would say. That ball came pretty fast.
Yeah, it took a funky hop on Rivera.
Yeah.
Just got by him in the center field. Pazmino cleaned it up.
Yeah, now Contra Costa back at the top of their lineup with Lack back in the batter's box just 1 inning later. And I think Contra Costa getting really good contact on ball right now.
Yeah, when you're getting your second at-bat in the second inning, you know your lineup's done a good job that first time through the order.
Yeah, back in the first, Jaden Lack grounded out to the first baseman, Bryce Alcantara. So here he is with 1 runner on, 1 out. Rios having the set.
Well, you know, Rios will take another ground ball here for a 6-4-3 or 4-6-3 double play. However, you can get a double play. 3-1-3. Or, excuse me, not 3-1-3, but 3-4-3.
Yeah, comebacker to the pitcher is something that could happen. And it's funny, before the pitch, you normally want to talk to your middle infielders so that you know who's receiving it, because if it's a comebacker back to you, they're not going to be at the base. So you need to know who you're throwing to, either the shortstop or the second baseman. So typically, the second baseman and the shortstop, they'll talk to each other like this. They'll have their mouth open for me and then open for you. So then after that communication happens between the shortstop and the second baseman, then whoever is going to get the ball, usually it's the shortstop because his momentum's already going to first, will signal to the pitcher, comebacker, you're throwing to me.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. They've thrown to first base 3 times now with Thomas over on first, but Thomas has been caught stealing once and hasn't stolen any bases yet this season.
4 now.
Yeah, 4 now.
Well, I mean, he's a very tall man, so he doesn't have to run as far, and he also has one of those oven mitts. So you have to be fast if you got what was it?
And earlier in the at bat, he did have a really far lead off of the bag.
Yeah, this is a more conservative lead. If he falls back,
that was really close right there.
Yeah, even with how conservative he was playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you talking about the signs and how baseball players will talk to each other more silently. That's the thing I like about baseball. All the little things you can do to talk to each other. You have signals with your arms, or you can throw some dirt in front of you. That could be a signal. Just all these little things could be signals for you.
Yeah, I mean, baseball, it's because you're so far away. I mean, it's compared to, the only other field as big as baseball would be, the other field sports like football or soccer. But at least with football, you're all on the line of scrimmage. You can all verbally communicate. But with baseball, it's one of the signature parts of the game is the nonverbal communication. Here's the 2-2. Ooh, it's going to hit the batsman in the back. First and second now, with still only 1 out for the second slot, Ryan Payton.
And Thomas started running there, even with how many pickoff attempts that Solano had thrown at him.
Yeah, and third base coach was telling him, hey, calm down a little bit, calm down. Because they were staring at each other. And
I think it'd be huge right now if Solano could get Payton to roll into a double play right here. Could certainly give your batting order some momentum going into the next half inning.
The first pitch is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes for Payton. Payton hit a single in the first to get the rally started. He ended up scoring the first of the 3 runs that Contra Costa owns.
Yeah, this Comets team, they are making solid contact all day here right now. Rios needs to find a way.
Ooh, and a beautiful bunt right down the line. Chalk has it. Oh, and everyone's going to be safe. Chalk had some problems with the transfer. He wasn't able to get a throw off, but the bunt was so perfectly laid, I don't even think he had the chance against Lack, the speedy leadoff hitter. Excuse me, Peyton.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if Tyler Chalk was going to have a play on that. That was a beautiful bunt down the third baseline. He came in trying to make a play real quick, but nothing much of it. As we are talking strategy here for the Comets, we've seen them do this quite a bit. In that pre-conference tournament game, they were doing that.
I don't see it much from other teams, really. It's usually you see it on the pitcher's mound. But I think Solano, really, I think they went into this game thinking Contra Costa, they're on a 16-game losing streak. Some players might not be taking this game super seriously. But right now, Contra Costa's showing, hey, we're here to play ball. They got bases loaded right now, already up 3 runs and only 1 out. So I think Solano really has to realize, like, Contra Costa is not as bad as maybe their record shows.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing about baseball also is that any team can win. I mean, like, you have the best teams in baseball, a first-place team versus a last-place team, and still anyone could win on any day. So here's the 3-slot hitting Kevin Faruda. He had a single and a run scored. Now he's going to sky one high down the left field line. Ramos is calling everyone off. Ramos is going to drop it. And the umpire is going to call him safe. Wow.
Wow.
He's saying it's on the transfer.
Okay. So there we go. So it was on the transfer. The final call is out. The batter runner, Faruda, still stands on first, so they're going to get some clarification. Nope, he's out of there.
Now,
he put his arms out. He was like, am I safe? And then he looked at the umpire, and he was like, no, you're out.
Okay, so it was safe on one of the base paths, I guess.
No, the umpire was making that motion for the transfer because when the ball comes out the glove, you do that motion where the ball falls out with both your hands as an umpire. It's a typical motion you go with, and you put your arms far out. It does look like safe, but it does also mean that he lost it on the transfer.
Yeah, it does. It did look like safe at first, but no, it is 2 outs now with 2 runners on in this 4-0 ball game for Jacob Jojola.
And even despite that, Contra Costa is still able to get a run in, so now they're up 4-0.
Yeah, that's a big sack fly for them right there, 4-0.
Yeah, Elijah Thomas scores on the sack.
4-0 is quite a lead in baseball, but as we know at this level, you can come back at any time. And this Solano team, they can spark a rally at any moment.
But this also be huge for Contra Costa to get more runs on the board with runners on second and third. Still.
Ooh, a beautiful curveball. Freezes the batsman and drops back into the zone. That's one of those curveballs where you want to throw it. You're aiming for their shoulder so that they flinch away and it bites back in on the inside part of the plate. Beautiful execution there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Rios looking to get out of it right now in 1 pitch. Strikeout situation. Cleanup batsman in the box. Pitch is way upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I was curious to see if he went with the fastball right there or another breaking ball, but he went with the fastball, but it was way too high on the location.
Well, I like the idea of high fastball, though. You're going to want to change the eye level of Jojola because he's been looking low. He saw that breaking ball. He's going to know, okay, he might throw that breaking ball again here, but even lower. So changing the sights is a beautiful pitch.
Ooh, that ball looks like it skimmed his helmet. It was a curveball above his head, and Jojola's going to take his base. So base is loaded now. 2 outs for the 5-slot Karan Perilia.
You could hear 2 little noises there. It sounded like a dun-dun.
Yeah, you certainly hear it on the play. So standing on third, Jaden Lack. On second, Ryan Payton. And on first is Jacob Jojola.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Rios right there go back to that fastball. Just even though he missed with it on the last pitch, he goes to it right there and gets a strike. He might have found a better location going back to it on the next pitch. But instead he goes breaking ball and completely misses.
Yeah, I mean, you got to challenge him sometimes, you know, a challenge fastball, even if it's in the zone. Give your defense a chance. Let him make contact.
Yeah, now he's gotten 2 straight fastballs here to start this at-bat.
Yeah, versus their DH, Perea here. We'll see what he can do with the bases loaded. And as for Rios, he wants to get out of this right here. You can't let the damage be any more. You want your team back out there up and hitting.
Here's the 0-2 outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The bases are jammed here for the designated hitter. He struck out back in the first, so he's looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's a very tall batsman, 6 foot plus.
Easily.
Rios sets from the stretch. The kick and the pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called. Gets him out of the bases loaded jam as we head into the bottom of the second.
I'm Cooper Dwyer. Thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
Day as well.
Well, today right now is kind of like I was the other day. We're starting off slow. We're a slow starting team the last few weeks. I think we got some guys tired. We're down 4-0, but it's really early, so I have confidence our guys will battle their way back.
And you have Daniel Rios on the mound right now. What are you hoping to see from him as a starting pitcher?
We hope to just throw more strikes. He hasn't been doing that. And, last week he had a short start. So we're actually going to go with Eli right now and get a different look here and think we can move forward doing a little better.
So Fisher, number 21, still on the mound against the 4th slot. Cleanup hitting, Cameron Taylor. The first pitch to Taylor is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The Falcons were retired in order in the bottom of the first, but they all made contact. It was a line out to the center fielder, a line out to the first to the pitcher, and then a pop up to the right fielder. So bottom of the second, low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I think Taylor wants to get something going here for his team. I think Solano wants him to get something going too, after they went 1-2-3 in the last inning. And he's one of their better hitters, so. But now Chalk, I think, with that 457 average, he's really got to do something here for Solano, try and get something going for him.
That ball is in the air, right side, foul territory, and out of play.
And we apologize if you guys saw any difficulties on the broadcast. Got a little bit of problem with the switcher board right there.
Yeah, again, this is a student-run production, so everything you see here, as clean cut as it sounds, this is all technically still amateur. Swing and a hard hit ball, but in the yard. Lack is going to camp under it slightly just to the left of where the last ball was hit. So this Falcons team, they're all making contact just right to the fielders.
Yeah, I really like the way Fisher's pitching right now. Doing a good job of keeping these hitters under control.
Well, this is exactly how I would expect a starting pitcher to pitch with the lead. You're just attacking hitters. You can't be afraid of a little bit of contact here, especially when you got that 4-0 lead to work with.
Tyler Chalk, he's going to show bunt right back to the pitcher. Easy play, high. Oh, well, there's going to be contact over at first. The batter is still out, but some collision over there. So we're done with the bottom of the second as we head to the top of the third.
Hi, my name is Javi Manila. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
I'm Rusty Mays. I'm one of the instructors here at the Solano Community College Aeronautics program here at the Nut Tree Airport. Here at Solano Community College, we really see them thrive and learn. We have a 100% pass rate with our examiner.
I'm Kevin Spolstra, instructor, Solano Community College Aeronautics. At Solano Community College Aeronautics program, we teach the students aviation maintenance. We teach them the general subjects, the airframe subjects, and the power plant subjects. The students will also be prepared to pass their multiple tests from the FAA. At Solano Community College, we also have a partnership with Delta Airlines. Through Delta Tech Ops, students that complete the program, they will be considered for employment as an aviation maintenance technician.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. We're here in the top of the third inning, 4-0. The Contra Comets lead the Solano Falcons.
Solano's got a new pitcher on the mound right now. They pulled Rios pretty early.
Yeah, you could hear Stover say that they're going to go with Eli Blurton here to change things up. A little bit of a shorter start for Rios. Not typically particularly happy with how the way things started here. They're trying to keep this game close with Blurton on the mound.
Yeah, I think it's certainly important to get it under control as well. With the lead already up 4-0 for Contra Costa, don't want it to expand anymore. And especially with how Solano's offense is playing right now, they haven't got a single batter on base yet. So,
yeah, we'll see if Blurton can have a quick 1-2-3 inning here and get their offense back out. They were making better contact there versus Fisher. I liked what I was seeing. Just results weren't happening yet.
So here's the left-handed batsman Miles Ellis. His first look at Blurton. Against Rios, he had a single, that 2 RBI, 2-out single. That made it 3-0.
Yeah, and here's the big man Ellis who took that shoulder check from Ramos. Yeah. Ellis did a little bit of a ball toss over Ramos's head though, and kind of shrugged his shoulders, saying that was nothing.
Ooh, and Blurton swing you later on that funky leg kick. Messed up the timing of Ellis. 1 away.
But if you do a silly thing on a baseball field, it's going to teach you a lesson and show you a silly at bat right away.
That is true. I mean, the game remembers, and you have to make sure you don't upset the baseball gods. Here is Isaiah Samonte. That ball is in the air, right to the first baseman. So 2 quick outs for Blurton. He's off to a good start.
Yeah, it's all, Blurton being very aggressive. I think all the pitches he's thrown his fastballs had that quick strikeout on the first batter, and then right there, one pitch, one swing, and it's an out.
Yeah, that's all you could ask for from Blurton here is to just have a quick inning. Don't be afraid of that contact like Fisher hasn't been, even though Fisher has more of a lead to work with. Blurton's got to be a little bit more careful, but I just feel like you can't be afraid of contact as a pitcher a little bit. Hard contact's a no, but soft contact's a yes.
There's a called strike against number 15, Caden Finley, the starting left fielder.
Yeah, and I think with how conservative Contra Costa has been at swinging the bat so far in this game, then when they do swing the bat, they're making good contact. But you gotta just pound the zone, I think, with them, because they've been so good at not swinging at pitches out of the zone.
Yeah, they do have more of that patient approach today versus the Solano pitching staff. And it's worked to their advantage. They have a 4-0 lead off of it.
Well, Blurton, 0-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside, so 1-2 now. Daniel Rios is going to exit the game with 2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, and 2 hit batsmen. Now Blurton, the 1-2. Swing you later. That's going to end the top of the third as we head to the bottom.
I'm Ezer. Thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. The seventh slot hitting Bryce Alcantara now steps up to the box. He's a left-handed batsman, jersey number 34. The starting first baseman, interesting observation, Fisher was throwing a lot of off-speed pitches during his 8-pitch mid-inning warm-up. Here's the first pitch to Alcantara. It's going to miss high. I think it's always interesting when pitchers are working on one specific pitch in between innings, because they're trying to figure it out, or they're just locking it in more.
Yeah, when you're trying to find the grip on that pitch in between innings, it's tough to work with because you got about 8 to 10 pitches to work with. So finding a grip is going to be really hard in that in between innings area.
Swing, and that ball's going to be tapped foul. I think it's always fun whenever I pitched. On the throw down the second, I'd always throw a curveball just so that the catcher and I can get on the same page, because it's easy to get a throw on when it's a fastball, but if you throw a curveball, catcher kind of has to stay back, practice that, and still get a good throw. Here's the 2-1 Alcantara. It's a curveball that misses inside, 3-1.
Oh, I thought it hit him for a second.
I thought it hit his foot for a second. I think it went behind him, actually. Or, just on the dirt right in front of him. But good job by Alcantara to stay a little more patient in this at-bat. We'll see if he swings right here on the hitter's count.
Yeah, we'll see what Bryce wants. He probably wants a fastball inside on him.
Oh, but he goes curveball that misses, so it's a leadoff walk. Here's Kane Hill with one on and nobody out.
Yeah, I think that's a good momentum starter for Solano. Being down 4-0, you haven't had a batter on base yet. Alcantara gets a walk right there. Now you got a runner on base with no outs.
Yeah, you need something to spark a rally here, and we'll see what Kane Hill can do coming up to the plate for his first at-bat.
Yeah, that walk is going to break up the perfect game. 1 through 6 were retired in order. Everyone is still hitless. Kane Hill in his first at-bat is going to look at a ball low, 1-0. The second baseman shaded closer to the bag. He's in double play depth.
And we'll see what Kane Hill does here, as Coach Stober was talking to him before he came up to at-bat and whispering something in his ear.
Yeah, I wonder what that was. I think Kane Hill looks like he's going to be swinging away.
I wouldn't be surprised if on one of these pitches he goes bunt, because we know Solano likes to do that a lot in certain situations.
Or it could have been a confidence builder to be like, hey, kid, you got this. Drive in that run for us early.
Yeah, and that's the strength of a coach. They know their players. Kane Hill was spotted before the game started in a little meditation practice. And that's always one of those stoic behaviors. I think of all the sports that are prominent in America, baseball is certainly the most stoic of the sports. Kane Hill embodies that very well.
I think just seeing people meditate before a sporting event happens is really cool because it just shows they're in that Zen moment and they're trying to lock in for that game upcoming.
Is that like your J.J. McCarthy?
J.J. McCarthy,
Minnesota Vikings?
exactly.
Yeah. I remember he was going viral for that when he was over at Michigan.
Yeah, during the college football playoff.
College football playoff, yeah. But I do think meditation is a huge thing as runner goes from first.
Yeah, Alcantara is going to have a stolen base. So 3-2 count in a batsman's full house. Kane Hill worked it all the way full. So a chance for the Falcons to get on the board here. Runner in scoring position, first time all day.
Oh, the bee finally made it through the net in front of us.
Nobody out. Here's the pitch.
People behind us.
Strike 3 called, and Hill goes down looking. One away with one runner on for Tanner Millsaps.
Got our crew behind us freaking out about the bees. Holden doesn't seem to be a big fan of the bee either.
No, I don't mind them, but...
You allergic at all?
No.
Okay. At least that worry's out of the way for us.
But it looked like Solano's coach didn't like the call of that strike.
He's also telling Kane Hill to protect the plate, swing away on that one.
Yeah.
Curveball outside, so Fisher really relying on that curveball this inning.
Well, with Bryce Alcantara advancing on that pitch in the dirt, he was stealing anyways, but ball ended up in the dirt and he was in there standing. I would like them to take advantage of it here, drive him in with the base hit into the outfield.
The kick and the pitch outside again, 2-0.
And here's the guy you call relaxed and loose, Nathan. Tanner Millsaps.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's so much room for personality in baseball. When you look at Tanner Millsaps' batting stance, you can see his personality right away. Just a nice, loose flow. Relaxed with a 2-0 count. The pitch swung on and tapped foul. He hit it off of the end of his bat, almost billiard style.
Yeah, that wouldn't feel good, though, hitting it billiard style.
No, that's not a fun thing to do at all. Thing is, when you hit a ball perfectly on a bat, it just feels like butter. But anywhere other than perfect, and you feel a sting on your hand.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
3-1 count.
Yeah, I think in that mid-inning warm-up that he had when he was going all curveball or breaking ball, on those 8 pitches, I think he's really just trying to get the control down for it because he was missing with it earlier in the game, and right now he's still missing with it even after going with it only in the warm-up.
Well, and that's the thing here. Pitchers, they tend to have a 3-pitch mix in college, so when one pitch is not working for them, they go down to that 2-pitch mix, and it's easier to guess 50-50 than it is a 33% chance of guessing which pitch is coming. So when you can eliminate the curveball, it's just it makes for a much easier at bat, and Tanner Millsaps earns himself a walk there.
Yeah, I mean, it was another curveball that missed out. Millsaps saw it immediately and laid off of it, so we swing back around to the leadoff batsman, Isaiah Pazmino. He popped up to the center fielder back in the first. Here he is with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the third.
Yes, Khalid Johnson goes out for a mound visit. He's quite a ball player himself, you know that, guys.
Tell us more about him, please.
Yeah, Khalid Johnson, he was at how do you pronounce that?
De La Salle.
De La Salle High School, sorry. He was a standout player. He contributed to 2 North Coast section titles.
All right, NCS.
And he earned first-team All-League honors and receiving second-team All-Bay Area, also in high school. He would go on to play at Contra Costa Community College for his collegiate career to begin it during that shortened season, and then he transferred to Fresno Pacific University where he continued to excel, earning first-team All-League honors. He broke the Pacific Pac West Conference single-season stolen base record, so he's a speedy man himself. Surprised his team doesn't use more of that mindset here on that stolen base. And he also set the school record for triples.
School record for triples. Well, see, I mean, now that's a man who can fly, because the moment he sees it down in the gap, you know, most average runners are thinking, okay, cool, go for 2. But that's a man where he sends it in the gap. He's thinking 3 out the box.
Yeah.
Those are scary base runners.
Yeah. And with how many stolen bases he had, obviously he has the speed to be able to get that many triples.
Yeah, and over the last 5 years now, he's just been focusing on coaching and developing players, getting them to their standards that they want to be at. Some want to go pro, and he's trying to help them get there by all means.
This is a huge moment for Solano, I think, in this game. Down 4-0. You don't know how your pitching is going to be throughout the rest of the game. Obviously, it was great in the last inning, but you still need to get your offense going. You got 2 runners on right now, 1 out. Just want to put some runs on the board here, and I think that's why they had that little meeting right there.
Yeah, Pazmino's trying to get a bunt down. He's going to pull back, ball. So 1-1 the count. The first bunt attempt went foul. They're trying to move the runners over to second and third with 2 outs for Michael Rivera. So Rivera standing on deck, waiting to see the outcome of this at-bat. Solano willing to just give an out to move the runners. He's showing bunt over his eyes. 2-1 the count now for Pazmino. Looks like he's going to get a similar sign. We'll see.
When you can see Ellis, he's playing on the grass now, and when that bunt goes... When Pazmino shows bunt, he starts charging down towards the batter's box, trying to make a play on it quickly.
Well, he's ready to get the ball and throw it right to third to get a runner in scoring position out, or that will be closest.
He's not showing bunt. He pushes it the other way. That's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run's being waved in, and the ball's fumbled in the outfield. Pazmino's digging for 3. 2 runs are going to score, and he's going to get to third standing, and they're going to cut the lead in half, 4-2.
Yeah, great approach there by Pazmino. He knew that first baseman Ellis was breaking in on the bunt because he was showing it the first 2 times and then just slaps it the other way. Didn't really take a full hack at it and just got by Ellis. And then the right fielder, Thomas, overran it and allowed Pazmino to get to third and 2 runs scoring on it.
Yeah, I think that's a huge mistake by Thomas because that earns Solano another run. And now it's only a 2-run deficit instead of 3. And that gives Solano a lot of momentum now, and that's the momentum they've been looking for
in
this game so far.
And the thing about Solano is when their rallies happen, they happen in quite large bunches. It's not like a short little 3-run rally. It's 6-7 runs.
Well, there's a chopper to the shortstop. He's going to have to hurry. The throw. The first is not in time. It's an infield RBI single for Michael Rivera. It makes it 5-3.
Yeah, great speed right there from Rivera getting over to first. It was definitely a hard throw there. I think that was Peyton throwing it.
Excuse me, the scoreboard here
I think the scoreboard here might be a little wrong.
Yeah, ignore that. The official score on the broadcast is correct. 4-3 is the score. So here's Mason Sayer. Pazmino comes in to score the 3rd run. Michael Rivera's on first.
We'll see if Sayer can find himself a pitch to hit here. Average has been slumping a little bit, trying to get back into that 2nd spot.
That was close right there on that pickoff attempt. But back to what you're saying about Sayer, I think with how he's been struggling a little bit over the last few games, these are the games I think with a player like him that he wants to get that momentum back. No offense to Contra Costa, but they're 2-16. Sayer's going to see that and be like, oh, this is a team that I can get my confidence momentum back against, because he knows they're might not be as good as competition as the better teams in conference play.
Yeah, you're just taking advantage of Contra Costa and their 2-16 record. Their pitching staff might not be the greatest, but Fisher's he's putting up a great performance here today early on.
And you also certainly don't want to go into it if you're Sayer with overconfidence, because then you're going to doubt Contra Costa's ability abilities, and you're not going to play as well, I think. So Sayer's really got to find that good medium with his composure.
And curveball hangs up and in, so 1-0 the count after many pickoff attempts.
Yeah, I think that was 4 straight pickoff attempts to start the at-bat. Hadn't even thrown a pitch yet.
Correction on the call for Pazmino, that was not a triple. It's going to go down as a single and an advance on the error from the right fielder. That ball is going to get away from the catcher, Samonte. So moving over to second on a pass ball is Michael Rivera. Mason Sayer with a chance to tie things up.
I was going to say, if Pazmino could get a triple on a low blooping ball into right field, by all means, show off that speed. He is pretty quick, though, getting around those bases to third on that error.
I think that runner getting to second now is kind of huge for Solano, because now it might eliminate a bigger chance of a double play right here.
Swinging a line drive to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rivera's being waved in. He's going to make it easily. And Mason Sayer, with one swing of the bat, has just tied this game at 4.
Nice RBI single there from Sayer. Getting the momentum going, or continuing the momentum for Solano. Getting a runner in. It was a great hit into center field. Blooped right down in front of Lack. And now we got a tie ball game.
And it looks like Fisher's day is done.
All right, well, we're going to see who comes in. But, I think this is a great time to talk about how the broadcasting program has given us a chance to really get our repetitions in and learn the ins and outs of calling a ball game. Holden, I know this is your second year doing this. Can you tell us about the journey that you've been on, since you've started up until this point right now?
Yeah, I mean, certainly in my first semester, because we got a lot of stuff going on in this class. It's not just the 3 broadcast people that are doing the broadcast. We got a bunch of producers right behind us right now. We got a bunch of camera people. And in my first semester, I was just on a camera because I was a little. I knew I wanted to do the broadcast at some point, but I was a little nervous to get into it. It was my first semester. Didn't really know everyone at the start, but once I got into it, it's been so amazing to be a part of this. And doing baseball last semester, I learned a lot because I'm gonna be honest, baseball is not really one of my sports. Football and basketball have really been my thing almost my whole life. And baseball, I never played it. But I've learned a lot doing the games here. So it's not only just, getting the repetitions in to, call games, but also you learn stuff about the sport that you're calling. And it's been a great experience so far, and I'm sad that this is my last semester, to be honest.
Do you know where you're heading after this, Mr. Beers?
I don't, but I do want to, look for something in the field of, broadcasting. I will still be doing semesters at Solano because, to be honest, I was a little behind on credits, but it's certainly been fun, and I appreciate Greg Poff and what he's doing for this class.
Yeah, no, Poff is one of the legends over here. He started this program in the late 2000s with his son because it wasn't offered. And as we all know, Greg Poff came from a speech and debate background. So he gives us a lot of advice and a lot of tips on delivery and enunciation and cadence. But what's amazing is that he somehow managed to figure out all of the technical aspects as he went along. He just kind of, there's an ethos with, at least in the San Francisco tech industry, where, as long as you can get the MVP out, the minimum viable product, then it's a working product. And everything else after that's just polishing. So this program, with the age of it, there's been a lot of time to polish. I mean, we have a graphic score bug on the top left, multiple camera angles, very skilled camera operators. I see Danny and Matino over on the third base side.
Got Mitchell and Heath on the first base side too.
Oh yeah, it was a great crew, great program. You can learn more about it by contacting Greg Poff. We are looking for more students for the incoming 2025 fall semester, where we'll be covering football as well as basketball towards the end of the year. So 0-1 to Cameron Taylor. That pitch is going to miss inside. Looks like this is jersey number 10 for the Contra Costa Comets, Kyle Kowalski. He's a freshman. He's got a 7.3 ERA, but only 8 games so far in this young season.
Yeah, and Kowalski actually has one of the better.
Oh, look out. That's going to hit Taylor right in between the shoulder blades. So first and second now, with still only 1 out for Tyler Chalk in the 5th slot.
Well, certainly not a good start for Kowalski, but like I was saying, he has a 7.3 ERA, but that's one of the best on the team. Actually, I think it's second best in the pitching staff for Contra Costa. So the Comets definitely looking for their best game right now when it's tied 4-4.
40 minutes a year for bro. I love
Not Tyler Chalk.
Line drive, center field. Lack is charging in on it, and Lack is going to secure it for the second out.
Just about to talk about how great of a hitter he is. He makes solid contact for an out, though.
Yeah, very loud, impressive out. Those are one of those outs that you have to go back to the dugout and still pick yourself up, because there's nothing really you can do. You hit it perfectly, just perfectly right at somebody.
Yeah, that's a tough thing about baseball. You can do everything perfect, be on time, hit it to the center of the field, and it could still be an out for you.
And now Ramos is up to bat after he ended the last inning for Solano. Shows how well these batters have been for Solano in this inning.
Yeah, first pitch to Ramos is a called strike, 0-1. So first and second, the pitch is a called strike.
Sayers getting a big lead off at second right there. It's the second baseman, Jujolo, is coming over, seeing if his pitcher wanted to pick off.
0-2, 2 outs. The kick and the pitch swung on the ground to the shortstop, who slides and gets the force out at second. Great play by Peyton for the Comets to end the bottom of the 3rd.
What's up, everybody? Kyle Lewis. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
But Dad, I love him. I'm going to marry him. I don't care what you say.
Cut. Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you'll learn all aspects of television production. Work with high-end cameras in the field and in the studio. Professional sound, lighting, and green screen. And let's not forget editing. Enroll today. Get an art school education at a fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. The game is tied at 4 apiece. We're joined in the booth now by Drew Kirby. How are we doing, Drew?
So I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Yeah, it's a great game today, 4-4 after an exciting crooked inning that Solano put up. This is the earliest we've seen a crooked inning. It was in the bottom of the 3rd. So, like we were saying earlier in the season, if Solano takes a while to warm up, they risk getting shut out. But right now, they've made it interesting. It's a brand new game.
Yeah, to me, really the difference is just getting those base runners. A lot of good things happen when you just get that walk, find some way to get on base. We saw a couple players get hit by pitch. That's really just a difference maker. Get those base runners and good things will happen.
Yeah, getting those base runners on base, and they were starting to make solid contact towards the end there on Fisher before Kowalski came in on that pitching change. And that's the reason why they're in this game right now, 4-4.
Leading things off is the left-handed batsman, jersey number 3, Elijah Thomas. Thomas, in the second inning, hit an infield single and scored the 4th run of the Comets' outing thus far. Here's the 0-1. He's going to show bunt and foul it straight back. So a quick 0-2 for Blurton, who's beginning his 2nd inning of work. He came in the 3rd and immediately struck out Miles Ellis. And he got a 1-2-3 inning. So the fireman dousing the flames immediately. The 1-2, little tapper. It's going to be Kane, who can't come up with it. But no, it's a foul ball. So And we're going to restart the batter coming all the way down from the first base line.
I was going to say, that's Kane Hill's ball all the way. His momentum's taking him towards first. Thankfully, the ball was called foul after hitting off of the foot of the player.
Yeah, they're going to have a discussion right now. The third base coach, he's just clarifying where exactly that call was made. So, Robert, you were right. It did bounce off of the foot. Anything that hits the batsman is an immediate foul ball. 0-2 now, Blurton stands like a statue at the top of his windup. The kick, ooh, funny leg kick. The 0-2, strike 3 called on the top corner, 1 away.
Yeah, and Blurton's been better as of late for the Solano team, just pitching scoreless innings, working through it, not giving up as much runs as he did early on.
Yeah, it's a great strike 2 pitch right there. Fastball in the paint right there. I mean, that's tough to hit.
Yeah, just completely froze up Elijah Thomas. Here's Jaden Lack in his third plate appearance. He grounded out to the first baseman in his first at-bat, and in the second inning was hit by a pitch, and he got stranded at third. Here he is with a 1-0 count. The pitch, low and inside, 2-0 to jersey number 22.
Yeah, Jalen Lack, he's obviously their best hitter on this Contra Costa Comets team, just more productive and even keel. He doesn't really have those too high of ups or too low of lows. It's just more steady average for him.
Yeah, 13 hits and 33 at-bats is really the most you can ask for. 4 RBIs in that leadoff position, and he's going to draw himself a walk.
And he gets on base at a high clip. What more can he ask for from the leadoff hitter?
Yep, that's a man doing his job, standing at first. Here's Ryan Payton in his third trip. He had a single back in the first and scored the first run, and he had that bunt single back in the second. A bunt single. He had a bingo. Anyways, here he is. 1 runner on, 1 out.
That was pretty good. Pretty good. Bingo. Add that to the dictionary.
Oh, I have a full glossary. Don't you worry.
You have your own dictionary.
The Nathaniel Thomas baseball glossary is filled with terms. Half of them I can't say on air. But 0-1 for the wide stance Peyton has. A little lower. That pitch is at the shoulders. Evens it out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Ryan Payton, the shortstop of this team, just trying to do his best as that second hole hitter to advance Lack, get him to second, maybe potentially third, any way he can here. Try to build that lead back up.
And Peyton has proof that he played on his right leg. He made that great sliding. It wasn't necessarily diving, but it was a sliding stop to really secure the ball in front of him. It was runners on first and second with 2 outs, and he made the quick, easy flip to second to end the inning. So a sure-handed glove over there at shortstop. Jersey number 2.
I can imagine if you're playing shortstop on a baseball team, you gotta be sure-handed over there.
1-2, and fouled back. Yeah, Peyton certainly showing off why he's the starting shortstop for this team.
Unless you're Derek Jeter, of course. You get to do whatever you want.
Derek Jeter is somehow the most overrated and underrated player in history. I don't know where he is yet. It just depends on my mood. 1-2. Low, 2-2.
So if you're overrated and underrated, it's got to make you properly rated then, right?
You know what?
It sounds about right to me.
Am I going to get canceled if I just say that Derek Jeter is perfectly mid?
Perfectly mid.
He's perfectly mid. Half the people I know overrate him. Half the people I know underrate him. Ooh. But he is a legend in his own right. I mean, I grew up watching the tail end of his career, and even towards the end, he brought that leadership. Ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Rivera has it to flip to second. Over to first, and that's a double play to end the inning. Blurton works around that walk as we head into the bottom of the 4th.
Hi, I'm Peyton Chekaluski, and thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Hello, my name is Brian Preciato. I'm a retired fire chief from the City of Ackville Fire Department, and I had the opportunity to become the fire technology director here for Solano Community College. Solano Community College offers a tremendous fire academy and a fire technology program. We offer core courses taught throughout the year. These core classes hopefully lead the students toward an AA degree in fire science. Once they've gotten the Firefighter Academy, through that academy, they gain a Firefighter 1 certificate, which is very important toward reaching their goal as a firefighter. We have a partnership with Winters Fire Department. Winters provides for us a vast amount of equipment and personnel as well as instructors.
We are able to really lead a top-notch fire academy program where we have great instructors throughout the region.
I chose Solano Community College for the instructors. I was never a cars or like in the engine type person, but since I've been here, I've gotten really comfortable with that. So just know that there's always something to learn in the fire service.
If you're looking to get into the fire service, the Solano Community College is a great opportunity. It's going to provide you the foundation and the skills needed to become a professional firefighter.
Welcome back to the Solano College baseball broadcast, where the Solano Falcons are going to take their hacks at it here in the bottom of the fourth. Tie ball game, 4 apiece. Jonah Fisher is out after 2 1/3 innings worked. He surrendered 3 hits and 4 runs. Kyle Kowalski is now beginning his 2nd inning of work after coming in the 3rd with 1 out.
Yeah, frankly, I'm a little surprised that they brought in Kowalski into this game. In their pre-conference tournament, this Solano team has already seen Kowalski pitch, and to me, I understand this Contra Costa team doesn't maybe have the best of pitchers, but I would kind of like to see maybe throw in a pitcher that this Falcons lineup has never seen before.
Yeah, I mean, Kowalski was part of that game where Solano put up double-digit runs. So definitely an interesting choice to put in a tie ball game, but the left-handed batsman, Alcantara, he drew a walk in the 3rd, and now he's going to put one in the air, down the line, foul. So he walked in the 3rd, stole a base, and scored the first run of the ball game. His walk in the 3rd is what broke up the perfect game that Fisher had. Fisher retired the first 6 batters he saw in order.
Yeah, and I think they went with Kowalski here because this is the 2nd game of a 3-game set between these teams, so they're just trying to get through it any way they can, really.
1-1, swung on, fouled back. So 2-strike approach now. Alcantara is going to have to take. Kane Hill stands on deck. Tanner Millsap's due up after him. Isaiah Pazmino is due up 4th should any of these first men reach base. The 1-2 from Kowalski is a curveball that misses up and away. That's going to even it out. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I got to imagine Solano, they want to take the lead here after having that rally last inning for 4 runs.
Of course, yeah, I mean, 4 runs in 1 inning. Why not bring that momentum over to this next inning? Get some more base runners. Try to find a way to bring them home.
Yeah, and Alcantara is having a good bat here.
Yeah,
worked himself a 3-2 count. Full house for the hitter, right?
Yep, the batsman's full house after being down 2-2. He looked at that ball, so Kowalski having to battle the full house. Here's the kick and the payoff pitch. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. The full house wins that battle as Alcantara stands on first with a leadoff single.
Great solid approach from Alcantara there, just lining the ball up the middle past the pitcher. Now Kane Hill looking to be productive here in this at-bat. A little bit of a day off for J.J. Dane, get him off his feet a little bit.
Yeah, we could see J.J. Dane later on in this game, but Kane Hill stepping up to the plate, literally stepping up to the position. He's doing a fantastic job. He's limiting no real sloppiness really back there. Everything's been clean from the catcher's position. That's all you want to see, and that gives the Falcons some breathing room, because when you have depth in the catcher's position, that's the markings of a good ball team. Curveball in the zone, strike 2.
And I gotta imagine if we see other hitters like Lesperance or JJ Danis, depending on the score and where it's at later in the game, Kane Hill might catch the whole game if Solano gets a good sizable lead.
0-2, lone away, 1-2. Millsaps waits on deck. Hill struck out looking in the third. And the pitch swung on, right side of the field, foul ball. That was a really good swing from Hill. It was a curveball where he sat back and just threw his hands at it, and he made loud contact with just his wrists.
Yeah, we saw Pazmino do that earlier in the game where he just slapped his bat at it putting it down the right field line. That one just too much spin on it going foul.
Yeah, Hill got some impressive bat speed on that swing there. I mean, he was really late, still able to get around and make some contact.
That one is high. He holds back. So 2-2 on a ball that was right around the chin height. One runner on, nobody out for Kane Hill in this tie ball game. The wind is blowing out on this crisp day. Kowalski sets. Here's the pitch. Half swing. No swing. So a batsman's full house after being down. Hill has worked himself full. Back-to-back batsman's full house.
Yeah, last time on the full count, Kowalski gave him something to hit. Fastball right in the zone. I'd expect the same here.
Good move from Kowalski. The pick off to first makes the batter have to bake with 2 strikes just for a few seconds longer. Kane Hill as stoic as ever. Payoff pitch, swung on, line drive, right field, and that's going to be caught for a base hit. They're going to throw it over to first and double up Alcantara.
Alcantara goes to second.
They call a balk.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. So Kane Hill gets to do it again.
All
so
right.
a balk called over, moving over to second is Alcantara. That line out to right field is going to be moot. So
Can't blame Bryce for being confused on that one. We are all confused.
Here's the next payoff pitch. Swung on ground ball to the shortstop. Peyton has it. The throw across the diamond is going to get out Kane, but it's a productive at-bat as all of a sudden Alcantara's on third.
Yeah, Kane Hill. Laying the ball to right field, but the balk interrupted everything, so he got another chance at it and advanced Alcantara to third.
I mean, that was the better outcome, if you ask me, because a line out to right field leaves the runner at first, and somehow Hill returns to the dugout with a runner on third and only 1 out. So great situation for Tanner Millsaps, and I think that may have been the only play in my life where it was a foul ball fair.
Right, yeah. I mean, he put a good swing on it, getting it over to Thomas there in right field. I really thought, I was confused what Alcantara was doing. I didn't realize the balk was called till later on. And I was like, why is he still going? The ball's in the air.
Yeah, very interesting play indeed. And that's what we mean by baseball is really just like a deck of cards. They say that if you add every possible arrangement of a deck of cards for 1 second, the entire age of the universe, 13.1 billion years, we'd only be, halfway through the possible combinations. Baseball is just basically just an unfolding deck of cards in front of us. I've never seen that in my life. A line out to the right fielder that didn't count.
Well, they say you come to a baseball field, you see something new every day, as we got Mason shouting LeBron. Can never get away from him.
3-0 count for Tanner Millsaps. A runner on third. The pitch is right down Broadway, 3-1. Alcantara on third is a good runner. The outfield is playing deep. All Millsaps has to do is poke one over this infield. Now the pitch is going to be lined. Right field line, foul by just about 2 feet.
More of this
pitcher's full house.
More of this opposite field approach here for this Solano team. They're just slapping the ball the other way, not really looking much to pull the ball today.
Yeah, and it's a good approach. I mean, everything to the outfield was either dead center or right, so a great approach that's been working. It's put 4 runs on the board already. Millsaps is going to draw his second walk of the day. Here is Isaiah Pasmino with 2 on and 1 out.
He's done a good job today. Pasmino has in place of Manila in that leadoff spot playing center field.
So Snake Eyes with Millsaps, decent speed over at first.
Can imagine he might steal a base here.
Especially with the contact ability of Pasmino. Pasmino's gonna hold bunt, pull it back, 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, the Solano team, they really like going to that bunt approach here with 2 on, less than 2 out here.
Yeah, Pasmino's the one with that 2 RBI single back in the 3rd inning where he advanced all the way to 3rd on the error by the right fielder. He ended up scoring the 3rd run of the day. Now he's going to lay down a beautiful bunt down the first base line. The throw over to first is going to get him out, but it's an RBI sacrifice bunt that moves the runner over to the second as well. So 5-4 now. The Falcons take the lead.
Beautiful push bunt there by Pasmino. Nearly beat it out. He thought he was safe down there, throwing his arms up in the safe motion. Umpire called him out, though. Great speed.
Exactly what you needed for Solano. You know Stover loves his small ball baseball. See right there.
So 2 outs with a runner in scoring position for Michael Rivera. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Alcantara gets run number 5 of the game. Millsaps is on second. And there's a curveball that drops in the zone. The right side of the infield is wide open for Rivera. The second baseman, Jojola, is shading the runner over at second. So he's about 2 body lengths away from the bag.
Yeah, Rivera just seen the ball really well versus Contra Costa team. 2 for 3, 2 RBIs last game. And in the first game versus Contra Costa, I believe he went 3 for 4. 3 for 4, yeah. As tonight, 1 for 2 with RBI. Continuing the trend.
An RBI and a run scored. And a chance to tack on more as he looks at that curveball that finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Kowalski trying to get out of this inning and limit the damage. He's only given up 1 run so far. Falcons have a chance to add an insurance run. Here's the 2-2. It's a curveball high, so a batsman's full house after Rivera has worked it full.
Yeah, and Rivera, he's a nice guy. Interviewing him when he went 4 for 5 one day. It was pretty great conversation talking to him, going over his approach and what he was thinking that day. He's a pretty nice guy.
Well, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and now Kowalski's going to step off the mound. Now he retoes the rubber. Takes a look at his catcher, Samonte, who's throwing down the signs. Now he sets at the belt. From the stretch, the kick, and the payoff pitch is going to hit Rivera right in that left shoulder. So the batsman's full house wins the battle. Here's Mason Sayer with 2 on and 2 outs.
Take that all day right there. Just get that base hit. Base, I should say. Is that the second hit by pitch today, or is that third?
For both teams, or
that's
for Solano?
That's the second hit by pitch. Cameron Taylor got hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning by this pitcher, Kyle Kowalski. So second of Kowalski's outing. There's a called strike to Mason Sayer.
Yeah, Mason Sayer with a nice approach last time up. Stayed through the middle of the field, drove in a run that tied the game. Drove in the man that's standing on second right now.
A chance to do it again. Here's the 0-1. It's going to be in the dirt. past the catcher, and everyone's going to move up 90 feet. So second and third now, both runners in scoring position, and Mason Sayer looking to cash them in. Tanner Millsaps is on third. Michael Rivera is on second.
How's the sun over there, Nathan?
The sun is crisp. The 1-1 swung on, ground ball through the infield. That's going to be a base hit. One run's going to score, another is being waved in. He's going to get there easily on a 2-out, 2 RBI single from Mason Sayer.
Beautiful hit right there. That's exactly the contact you needed with runners on second and third. And that wild pitch now brings in one extra run that you wouldn't have gone with that hit there.
Yeah.
Crucial miss.
Yeah, it brings in an extra run. Just the lack of concentration there, allowing the runners to move up 90 feet, allows Mason Sayer to get 2 RBIs on that. And good for Mason Sayer finding a way to get the ball into the outfield today, pulling it through the 5-6 hole and lining it over the second baseman's head. He's starting to find his groove again, getting that batting average back up.
Yeah, it did fall a little bit. I believe he's in the 350s now, where earlier in the season it was low 400, I think. Although he's still finding ways to get on base even in that slump. He's gotten the most walks on the team by far, 18 on the season, whereas the second highest is J.J. Dane with just 9.
Yeah, when you're able to put fear into pitchers and they're not giving you a single pitch to hit in that bat, that's what happens. And when he does get his one pitch, lately it's been outs, but right now he's starting to find that switch and get it into the outfield grass.
I mean, at the end of the day, who cares about average? I care about on-base percentage. That's really all that matters to me, in my opinion. Maybe I've seen
I care about average, but
yeah.
you've probably been watching
Moneyball.
You're
on base,
You've been watching Moneyball a lot recently, haven't you?
I just watched it like a month ago.
Thought about watching it again recently.
Great movie, man. Love baseball movies.
No, Moneyball is one of those best. Honestly, Moneyball might be the best baseball movie. Every other baseball movie feels campy, and you got actors who can't really pitch. But Moneyball, directed by, who was it? Was it Steven Soderbergh? Or
I don't know directors like that.
I can't tell you, yeah.
It
Shout
was
out Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, though.
Hey, Field of Dreams is a great movie.
No, that's true.
Let's keep
Field
that
of Dreams was a great movie. Who else? I'm thinking of
Sandlot.
You know what? I might just be
childhood
thinking
classic.
of that one sequence in High School Musical 2. Anyways,
Oh, God.
1-2 count, 2 outs. Cameron Taylor waits for it, and he's going to put that in play to the second baseman who has it. Throw over to first. We'll end the inning, but the Falcons take the lead. It's now 7-4 as we head to the top of the 5th.
I'm Kai Koizumi, and thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Hi, Christine Manny, full-time instructor at Solano College Theater. Have you ever been interested in coming into theater? Come over to Solano College and find out what it's all about. You can take classes, you can be involved in many different ways, and just come talk with us. Check us out at www.solano.edu/theater.
Hi, Ginger Kane, dance faculty here at Solano Community College. I'm excited about our upcoming AA dance degree that has been developed just recently. We offer dance production, swing, ballroom, hip hop, jazz, modern, and ballet. We also are part of the ADT Kinesiology degree, as well as the Interdisciplinary Studies degree, and for the general ed requirement for physical education. Please join up. It's a great way to meet new people, socialize, and make new friends. You do not have to be a dancer to sign up for a dance class.
Hi, I'm Teo Kopp. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Solano College baseball broadcast. Leading things off here in the top of the 5th, Kevin Ferruta. In the first, he hit a single and scored the second run of the game. Over in the second, he had an RBI sacrifice fly to the left fielder, and he swings through the first offering from Eli Blurton, who is in his third inning of work. He's been shutting down this Comets offense, and that one is going to miss high, 2-0. Sorry, 1-1.
Yeah, Robert, in that last inning you were talking about how Lack was maybe the Comets' best hitter. I would actually argue as the man at the plate right now, Kevin Ferruta, 3 for 4 in their last game. Wow, the whole team only had 5 hits total.
There's a ground ball to the third baseman, Chalk, who throws across the diamond and makes that hard play look easy.
What about him
One
being
away.
the best hitter, Drew?
Not that time, I mean, 1 for 3 on the day with the RBI.
I just got to mess with you a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say Lack is their most consistent hitter. Fruta might be their better hitter, but Lack is their more consistent hitter.
I don't know. Kevin Ferruta, 354 on the year, 9 RBIs. That's pretty consistent to me, Robert.
He is
I
pretty
would say that
consistent himself.
In my eyes, from the 2 games I've seen by the Comets, of course, haven't seen their full season, but I would say they're 1 and 2 hitters.
Well, yeah, Lack in 9 games played coming in had a 394 average. He gets on base at a 459 clip. That's pretty impressive. He also slugs 545 coming in.
Soft hit dribbler to the first baseman. Alcantara is going to take it himself. 2 away, 2 quick outs for Blurton, who's just been shoving.
Yeah, and Ferruta, obviously, he does have more games played, so his averages will probably be a little bit more towards how he usually plays. But 354 average with a 386 on base and a 446 slug. He's a pretty good hitter. They're both pretty good hitters.
A lot of action at first base. Alcantara, that's his 3rd touch of the ball on the defensive side. But who was at 3rd? Chalk only got his first play here in the top of the 5th. So it feels good when you get your 1 touch of the ball. The 0-1 is upstairs, 1-1. That's why I like being a catcher, because you get to touch the ball every pitch.
Exactly. And some games in baseball, you can go without making a whole play.
Yeah, I mean, your left fielder could just be standing out there. If your pitcher's doing really well, no one's pulling him. The 1-1 is going to be shoved the other way. That's going to get down for a base hit. So Kevin Perilia gets the first hit off of Blurton. And that's going to give 1 runner on and 2 outs for Miles Ellis.
Yeah, and Blurton's done pretty good in his 2 2/3 innings of work so far. Has 3 strikeouts, only allowed a walk in those 2 2/3 innings. So not a bad relief. And being the fireman of that Rios.
Yeah, and that's kind of what Solano needed last year. You know, their starting pitchers were all very, very good. But once those pitchers came out, it's can the bullpen produce? If you have a guy like Eli Blurton this year, that could be a game changer for this Falcons team.
Now that ball's going to be in the air, center field. Pasmino, calm, cool, collected, gets the 3rd out of the 5th as we head into the bottom.
Yo, Cop, thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. It's 7-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch is going to be grounded to the third baseman, Ferrudo, who makes the cross diamond throw to get out Tyler Chalk. What a play.
There's your man Ferrudo making a great play over there at third base. Momentum taking him the opposite way. Still able to put a strong throw on it.
I knew he was good at the plate, but didn't know he had an arm like that. I mean, you gotta throw hard to make that play.
Yeah, it was a chopper up the line, and he was in a deep corner is what I would describe it as, deep corner, right at the cut of the grass, the last possible inch of dirt. And he made that throw all the way to first to get out Chalk, who isn't a bad runner. So one away, nobody on for Rolando Ramos, who's looking for his first hit today.
Yeah, Ramos trying to find a way to get on here today. And bunting might be the way to do that.
Well, he's going to pull it back. You know, it's interesting with Solano. I've never seen a team do this, but, you know, Solano during their warm-ups, they got the alligator batting cage set up at home plate, but right behind it they have a pitching machine where everyone's practicing their bunts. And I think that's a great way to warm up your eyes, and it makes everyone, even the cleanup batsmen, have good fundamentals with bunting, because that's what you're doing before you step up into the box for batting practice. So Ramos with his speed, again, he's a center fielder, not the center fielder, he's the left fielder, but he's got great speed out there. 2-1 with one out. Here's the pitch. Ooh, look out! Chin buzzer. And 3-1.
Kowalski not able to find a grip on that breaking ball today. It's just been a little loose, and he's hit a few batters with it, almost hitting Ramos right there. Got to watch out.
A 3-1 from Kowalski is outside, so Ramos draws the walk. One runner on, one out for Bryce Alcantara.
And we're going to have a mound visit here as no one's warming in the pen. So,
well, now's a great time to talk about
excuse me, I lied. It is a pitching change.
Yeah, it looks like number 34 is coming in, Jack Miller. So we'll have more about him as we get back. But Drew, I want to talk about the sports broadcasting program. I know you're in your second year. Holden got to tell us a little bit about his journey when he first started versus now. And, I mean, Drew, you look very comfortable where you're sitting. You got your notes out. You look like a professional. You sound like a professional. But, I mean, I'm sure it didn't feel that way when you first came here.
No, absolutely not. I remember my very first couple games, just a freshman at Solano. We were doing football, which football is one of my favorite sports, but it isn't. I'm not a genius at football by any means. So, I was really trying my hardest just to find ways on how I could make this broadcast better. And, Puff was just a really great mentor for me, just trying to help me find some ways. And, the sophomores in that class when I first started, Blake Molina, Colin, they were just really great mentors to me. And now that I'm in my sophomore season, now that I've kind of seen how this class works, that's kind of what I want to do for the younger people in the next generation, if you will, for this next class, and just try to keep that cycle continue. Just have everybody just pass down this knowledge that I've learned, and have maybe the next group, Robert, you as a freshman, maybe you pass down that knowledge, and we just keep going, keep continuing that cycle, and to just keep this broadcast, this program alive.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, I didn't even think about, the voices that were here before. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about the culture that was handed down to you when you first stepped on the set versus you're almost on your way out? Mm-hmm. What kind of culture do you want to leave with freshmen like Robert and Mace and everyone else here?
I just want this to be just a really fun class, which it obviously is. I mean, this is definitely the class that I look most forward to every single time I come to the Solano campus. I just want it to be as good as it can, and have everybody be able to learn as much as they can in just these 2 years, these 4 semesters. It's not a lot of time, so we got to really make each day as much of a learning experience as we can, and I'm trying to do the best I can.
Well, you're doing a great job. It's the same approach you take with baseball. It's like every single pitch you have to be locked and loaded and ready to go. Here's a pinch hitter, jersey number 23 for the Falcons, Cooper Dwyer. He's going to bat in place of the left-handed batsman Alcantara, who's going to come out of the game. He's facing off against the left-handed batsman Jack Miller. So Miller, a lefty on righty matchup.
Yeah, Drew, you and Holden are the reasons I know what to do and be a broadcaster, how to start. I remember that first football broadcast, I was like so nervous for it,
Yeah.
and you guys were like, "You'll be all right," and just teaching me how to take notes and everything. It's been a great experience.
I promise you, you're not the only one. As a runner goes there on that wild pitch.
Yeah, it was a pitch that got away inside. It kind of choked up the catcher, so Ramos advances to second on a passed ball. So runner in scoring position for Cooper Dwyer.
Yeah, I was right there with you, Robert. My very first broadcast, doing my intro, nervous as heck. My legs were a little shaky. I was actually doing the broadcast with Miles Meadow, who was a center fielder for the Solano Falcons last year. Also knew a ton of football. Just a great sports mind, really.
Yeah, I remember my legs. I couldn't feel them at all in my chest. Felt heavy, and I was just like, whoa, why am I so nervous right now? Because it was something new to me. I've never called a game before. When you never call a game before, but you want to do it, it's one of the most nerve-wracking things you can do.
Swing, and that ball is driven to right field, high in the air, and diving is the right fielder, Thomas. And Thomas is going to make the grab. Advancing over to third on the play is Ramos, but what a play by the Contra Costa right fielder.
I mean, what a play by Thomas, just streaking over there in right field and making the diving attempt last possible inch he had on that body. I mean, what an amazing play.
I mean, as a former outfielder, that's my favorite thing in baseball, just making a diving catch like that. Nothing beats it.
And it's going to be a star in the books. Here's Kane Hill, who's looking for his first knock of the day. He's got a runner on third with 2 outs.
Yeah, we'll see what Kane Hill can do here as the backup catcher again in the start here today.
Miller, maybe a bit of a two-seam right there. Looks like it was a fast pitch, but a little bit of movement.
Yeah, this lefty, Miller, he's got such a funky delivery. He releases, again, if you're looking at a clock from the perspective of a batter, he releases right around 3 o'clock, maybe 2:30. So it's a very odd angle to have the hit from. It's like he's slingshotting it at you.
Yeah, and Ramos is daring Samonte to throw it down right now. He wants to make a little pickle happen.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ramos on third. Pitch is low and away, so 2-2 after the catcher Samonte bluffs down the third.
And Kane Hill is looking at Samonte. He's like, what are you doing, bro? You should just focus on this at bat right now.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on, ground ball, up the middle. It's an RBI single for Kane Hill. That's going to make it 8-4.
Yeah, and Kane Hill, he was kind of pointing at the dugout going up the line. He's like, you see that, boys?
Yeah, it's got to feel good. First hit of the day, bringing in RBI, 8th run of the day. That's a confidence booster right there.
And he's laughing over at the Comets dugout. They must have said something to him earlier today for him to point at the dugout and laugh at them like that a little bit.
So here's Tanner Millsaps with his loose, jovial batting stance. And the first pitch swung underneath that letter-high offering. 0-1.
Yeah, and Millsaps 0-for-0 in the day, drawing a few walks and just getting on base.
Yeah, no, and that's why he's in that 9th slot. You want someone who can be on base when you swing back to the top of the order. Millsaps has done the 9th slot justice very well. 2 walks and 2 runs scored. That's exactly what you need from that position right there. And Millsaps is a very capable bat.
And I was about to say, he knows how to put up a good at-bat. He knows how to fight off pitches and stay in that at-bat just to maybe work himself that walk or get that little bloop single that he wants for the team.
The 0-2, upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hill over at first. The outfield playing very deep, 2-out depth, as is the infield. Swing, and that ball is going to hit the second baseman, Jojola, who gets the out over at first. The end of the inning, the Falcons tack on 1. It's now 8-4.
Devin Hancock, thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
You get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you know, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it, so.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one.
Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three! It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock, Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
The sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. We are here in the top of the 6th inning. 8-4, the Falcons lead the Comets. Still in this ball game, Eli Blurton now beginning his 4th inning of work. And he's been shutting down this Contra Costa offense. He's limited them to just 1 hit since he came in the 3rd inning with 1 out. Oh, excuse me, he came in the 3rd inning at the top of the 3rd. First pitch is a little chopper to Rivera at short. The throw over to first is going to get him out. Great play, way to stick with it by Rivera because it took a funny hop. He had to jump up, and he still stayed with it.
Yeah, great play there by Rivera, just sticking with it through that weird hop. Kind of jumped a little bit backwards, still had his momentum going through towards first, make a clean throw.
6-3 for the first out. Here's Caden Finley, who's looking for his first hit of the ball game. Jersey number 15, the starting left fielder. He lined out to center field in the 2nd, and he struck out in the 3rd. Here he is with 1 out, nobody on. Eli Blurton winds, deals, and misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Blurton has just been cruising. I mean, he looks so comfortable out there. If you just showed up to the ball game, you'd think he might have started. And that pitch skied high, right center field. It's the right fielder, Taylor, who's going to make the grab. 2 away.
Yeah, Blurton really just having this great outing without a high pitch count. I mean, he's making quick work out of this Comets lineup, and because of it, we might see him for a couple more innings in this ball game.
Yeah, he's been putting in that work. This Comets team, they're being aggressive towards the ball. They might want to switch their approach a little bit, drive up that pitch count of Blur, and get him out of this game quicker than they would like to see more of him.
The first pitch to the left-handed batsman, Elijah Thomas, is a called strike. Thomas had an infield single in the 2nd and scored the 4th run of the game. That's been all for the Comets so far. And that one's going to miss low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you like Thomas's last name.
He has a beautiful last name. Now Blurton is going to wind the kick, and the pitch swung on and missed. He was on top of that low off-speed offering, 1-2 with 2 outs. And a chance to strike out Thomas to end the inning with an exclamation mark. Blurton, he's locked in. He's getting his sign. Kane Hill throwing it down. The nod, the kick, the 1-2, swing you later. They go down in order as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Hi everybody, Tanner Millsaps. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
When I'm not here, I'm here.
And when I'm not here, I'm here.
Hey everybody, it's Bryce Alcantara. I just want to say thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
My name is David Lake. I'm the welding instructor here at Solano Community College. My goal here as an instructor at Solano is to teach the students to be quality welders, to produce quality welds, and focus on attention to detail with their welding. We teach all processes. We teach SMAW, FCAW, GMAW, plasma cutting, carbon arc cutting. We have a new program starting next month. We're going to start testing for AWS, and that'll get the students a certification before they leave here, which all the
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. The leadoff batsman, Isaiah Pasmino, strides to the plate. He's going to take a hack at it. This is his third trip today where he popped up to the outfielder, the center fielder, back in the first. In the third, he had 2 RBIs and a run scored off of that single that he hit. And in the fourth, he had a sacrifice bunt that moved the runners over. So a very good day for the leadoff batsman. Here he is, trying to get a hit off of Jack Miller, who's still in this ball game. Miller's got that left-handed sidearm release. It almost reminds you of Madison Bumgarner, just at the release point. The way that he cocks himself back, I can't quite place, but the release point is certainly Bumgarner-esque. 1 ball, 1 strike now, and the pitch, low and inside. He has an interesting pitch mix. He has at least a fastball, curveball, and a changeup. But even his fastball, it looks like a frisbee coming out of his hand. He just flings it out. But that's not to say it's soft serve by any means. It's still coming in at you hard. Now there's a hard ground ball to the second baseman, Jojola, who gets the out over at first, 1 away.
Yeah, it's for sure not frozen yogurt coming at you. It's more of trying to get that scoop of ice cream out that breaks your spoon.
Good work.
Well, we know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, what did you know? I was very impatient. I guess this shows my my executive function, but you know, when I pull my ice cream out of the freezer, I'm just hacking at it right away. Apparently, you're supposed to wait 1 to 2 minutes or 5, just so that the ice cream can sort of get creamy. That's what I've been told.
Some people put it in the microwave.
I'm not that impatient.
I'm serious. My grandfather does it.
Really?
He puts it in the microwave.
And
my
grandma.
grandma,
How long?
like 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah,
That's milk.
Yeah, I know, you're a little crazy with it.
30 seconds becomes a milkshake at that point. I would say like 5. 5 would make sense.
Yeah.
My grandma gets a little mad at him for it.
It's a quick little nuke shock. Anyways, here's Michael Rivera. Pitch is a strike that looked like a curveball that found the inside part of the zone. Rivera lined out to the pitcher on a great play back in the first. In the third, he had that infield single and scored a run. And in the fourth, he was hit by a pitch and scored the 7th run for the Falcons. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be in and out of the glove of Samonte, so 2-2. Had Samonte caught that and framed it just a hair better, that could have been strike 3, but now Miller is having to get his signs again. He's working from the windup. Here's the kick and the pitch, and it's going to be high, so this is a batsman's full house. Rivera was down 1-2 before working himself full. Nearly struck out on a good pitch at the knees. So Miller fighting against the batsman's full house. Here's the kick and the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back. We'll do it again at 3-2.
Well, since we're on the food topic, what's the greatest ballpark food?
I mean, I'm biased because I am a Giants fan, and I've only been to about 5 ballparks, but it's got to be Oracle Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
I have a hard
I can't
time.
even name one food from there that we like. Like, there's just the list.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch in the air, right center field. Diving is Thomas. And for the second time today, Thomas with a web gem out in right field.
I mean, you could say Thomas is soaring like a comet through the skies over here. I mean, he's just making play after play in right field.
Yeah, I would argue that play is better than the last one, the previous one we saw. I mean, that was inches away from falling. Great play from Thomas out there.
Yeah. I mean, off of the bat, you just think there's no way anyone's going to get there. And all of a sudden, Thomas comes flying in and saves it for the out. Here's Mason Sayer in his 4th trip today. Sayer has 2 singles and 3 RBIs. Have yourself a day, Mason Sayer.
But I would have to agree with you, Drew, on San Francisco having Some of the greatest ballpark foods.
I mean, they got that. I get the crab sandwich, the Sani water.
That thing's expensive.
Dude, it's $35 for both.
Oh.
Very expensive, but it might be worth it. It's that good.
It's that
highly
good?
recommend. Highly
I've
recommend.
never had it.
Now, one thing that I used to work in downtown San Francisco, right in Comerica Bank and Barcadero Center. We would walk to North Beach and get Tony's Slice House Pizza. And my friends were asking me, why do you want to go to Tony's Slice House? It's like an awkward commute. And I said, it's because it's December and I'm craving the same pizza that we'd have at Oracle Park. Because, Oracle Park's a 20-minute walk from downtown San Francisco. There's a free section. If you know, you know. That's all I'll say. There's a free section where I'd watch the whole 9 innings. My dad took me there. We watched Game 1 of the 2010 NLDS from that free section. We watched Game 162 of the 2010 season where Brian Wilson got the last out against the Padres in that free section. That pitch is going to be popped up. Looks like the right side of the field again. Thomas makes that look easy. So 3 outs as we head into the top of the 7th.
My name is Mark Graham, and thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. Nathaniel Thomas here on your play-by-play, joined by Robert Murray. And new to the booth is Mr. Ryan Irwin. Welcome to the game, Mr. Irwin. How are we doing today?
Doing pretty good. It's a pretty good game today. 8-4, so, pitching's been pretty good for Solano, hitting too, so I'm just enjoying myself, enjoying this beautiful day. It was kind of hot earlier, but it's kind of cooled off.
Yeah, you had maybe like 1 or 2 hours where the sun really made its presence known, and then it disappeared again. It's partly overcast now.
Yeah.
But Ryan, so we know you're a Giants fan. What was the first full season that you remember watching? You really just started tuning in and paying attention.
He's going to say when they won the World Series in 2010.
It's funny because
ground ball right side of the field, knocking it down is Dwyer. He's going to flip it over to first, and they're going to get the out. Wow, what a play by the first baseman and the pitcher, Blurton, who came over to cover. 1 away here in the 7th.
I mean, we've seen some amazing defensive plays recently. We've had Thomas in right field with 2 diving plays, and now Dwyer just covering his position, getting the ball knocked down at first, and Blurton also going over to cover.
Yeah.
Just amazing fundamental baseball right there.
Yeah, lots of good baseball today. Lots of stars in the book. You can tell that this team is warming up. That's the thing about baseball, is that's why the season is so long. That's why the major leaguers have to play 162 games. It takes a long time to get really dialed in. That kind of play over at first is a dialed-in team.
that keeps you on the field, and that also keeps you in the rotation, and it kind of shows the coach too that your hustle and your heart and stuff. That's what they want. That's what they want to see, especially at this level. But to answer your question,
the first season you started watching.
The first season, I would say probably Barry Bonds' last season when he
2007.
Yep, 2007 was when.
I was pretty close to 2010.
Yeah, I remember that specifically because, I don't really remember watching any of the seasons before then, but I remember watching Bonds hit, 762 and then and stuff like that. So, or 756 was the one I remember watching that game.
Yep, August 7th against Nationals.
I was actually, I believe I was with my dad at the time that happened, and I don't know, I just fell in love with Barry Bonds. I fell in love with the Giants and stuff, and then obviously they went on to win World Series, so it was pretty cool to get to grow up in that era of Giants baseball and get to experience, the Hunter Pences, Jeremy Affelts, Buster Posey, and I'm hoping that now that Buster's the president, I'm hoping that we're entering a new era of Giants baseball and hoping they're pretty good this year.
It must be nice to watch your first few seasons of baseball and your team wins the World Series every other year.
Yeah.
As a Twins fan, I had to watch back-to-back 100-loss seasons. That was rough. 2015 and 16 was when I really started paying attention to baseball.
Well, here's the old one. It's a college strike. You don't get to pick your fandoms, and every day I thank the baseball gods that they made me a Giants fan.
Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Blurton with a chance to get out of again. Another quick inning from Eli Blurton, just proving himself on the mound out there. And the quick in the pitch is going to be lined right center field, but the center fielder, Pazmino, flies in and gets the 3rd out as we head into the bottom of the 7th.
My name's Aaron Strong. Thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. Leading things off, the cleanup batsman Cameron Taylor, jersey number 27. In the 2nd inning, he flew out to the center fielder. In the 3rd, he was hit by a pitch, and in the 4th, he grounded out to the 2nd baseman. He's looking for his first knock of the day. He's 0 for 2, and there's a called strike, 0-1 to the tall batsman.
Yeah, he's not a fan of that inside pitch being called for a strike. Nearly hit him, and he said, I don't really agree with that, Blue.
And the 0-1, low and inside. That's why baseball is a gentleman's game. If you're able to politely, cordially communicate with the umpire your grievances and your disagreements, he will take it into consideration. That is part of the whole thing about baseball. That's the human element that people don't talk about. When you see umpires arguing and managing, they're yelling at the umpires. They're doing that because they know that in the game, let's say a manager gets ejected from a game after a bad call. He's doing that, one, to get his team fired up, but 2, he's doing that so that the umpire will remember not just that game, but for the rest of the season if you really get chewed out. So,
especially, in the majors, you're seeing those same group of umpires, all year. Kind of like here, obviously, you're seeing the same guys. So, you want to know a fun fact, though, about umpires in major leagues? Which
Yes, please.
I actually did not know this until just a few months ago. umpires at the pro level, they do not like being called blue.
No, they do not. It's just being called by their names.
And so that, I guess that's one of the rules as a player at the pro level. You're supposed to learn all the names of the umpires. That way, you know obviously who you're talking to.
So funny story, Robert. I know you have a media guide from the Twins. I was thinking about you. I was in. Well, I shouldn't incriminate myself. Let's just say I have a poster of every major league umpire from 2024, and it's hanging somewhere in my garage, and that's in every major league clubhouse. There's a poster with all of their faces and all of their names, and you have to know who's working your games today.
Yeah, I feel like if an umpire's making me mad that day, I'm just going to be like, blue.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Miller winds. Taylor fighting it off, but he's going to swing through and miss on that outside offering, so 2 away.
I might know your name.
1 away.
I might know your name, but if you're making me mad and get a bad zone, I might just be like, hey, blue. You know where that one is? You got to imagine MLB players do that, too, to get under their skin.
Yeah. No, I mean, or you just give them the Madison Bumgarner death stare like he did to Joe West. I believe it was a few years ago when they just, I don't know if you guys saw that, but they just stared at each other for like 2-3 minutes straight.
Well, as an unapologetic Giants fan, that's what happens when you get 2 fragile egos facing down at each other. Joe West and Madison Bumgarner. That's gonna happen. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Cameron Taylor. No, excuse me, Tyler Chalk. Chalk looking for his first knock of the day. He's over 3. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Ground ball through the infield, and there it is. First knock of the day for Mr. Chalk. 1 runner on with 1 out for Rolando Ramos.
You know my theory about umpires?
What's your theory?
If you know their name, they have to be a bad umpire.
Yeah.
Because you never know the name of a good umpire. They're just quiet there behind the plate.
Yeah, who are you again? Oh, you're this person.
Like, I bet you would know if I said C.B. Buckner.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all know Mr. Buckner.
Yeah.
He's a very famous man in the majors, but
not for.
I feel like good umpires and pick off attempt here.
Runner goes.
Get in.
Oh, he's safe.
What?
Oh, he got
wow.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
And here comes the speedy manager you're talking about.
Khalid Johnson. Here he is.
So Miller with the left-handed pitcher with that good move over the first, he caught Tyler Chalk, and so Chalk said, "Screw it, I'm just going to run all the way to second." The first baseman Ellis had to make a quick transfer and a throw down. It was Jojola, the second baseman, applying the tag to the runner Chalk, and that is exactly what the umpire and Comets manager are discussing right now.
Since we're on the topic of umpire names, what's this umpire's name?
So the field umpire's name is Sancho Martinez.
Sancho Martinez. We're learning his name right now, and I'm sure Khalid Johnson already knew his name coming into the game. He's saying, how in the bleep can you miss that call? Can't repeat exactly what he's saying on there. He might get himself a little toss here.
Might see
He might be trying to start a rally for his team any way he can.
Well, his body language is very disappointed. The head's just swaying back and forth.
It's pretty proper right now.
Yeah. Martinez, though, is giving his piece of it. They're just disagreeing, looking away from each other. But he's going to stay in this ball game. Still upset, though.
Got a smile on his face, though.
Yeah.
He's saying, how can you miss that call, Blue? How can you miss it?
I was working the camera down the first base line, and I have to say that manager for Contra Costa, he is very animating a lot.
Mr. Johnson's very animated over there.
Yeah.
Well, he is a young guy. He is only 25 years of age.
25?
I believe so.
Young coach.
It's a very young coach. And the first pitch to Rolando Ramos is low. 1 ball, no strikes. But,
I mean, he did play in college baseball in that 2020 shortened season for everyone.
Yeah.
1-0, low, 2-0.
And then after that season, he started coaching.
Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, he was already impressive, Manager Johnson was, but to hear that he's at such a ripe young age is all the more impressive. I mean, did we hear about Marin Catholic? I'll have to pull up the exact name, but their manager, first-year manager for the girls basketball team, and they won a state championship. Marin Catholic High School.
Very impressive.
There's a strike, finds the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner on second. Rolando Ramos. He walked in the 5th and had a run scored. He's hitless otherwise.
Been a quicker game here today. Not even barely over that 2-hour mark. Been 2 hours, 15 minutes.
It's a batsman's full house after Ramos looks at ball 3 low and in. So Miller fighting against the momentum. Ramos sits and waits. Now he's going to call time. There's something in his eyes.
Yeah. I don't know who's saying something to the umpire. Oh, it's coming from the dugout. It's the manager. Yeah, the manager is still unhappy.
Well, he's been talking to his assistant coach over there for quite a while now.
Surprised he's still in here.
Yeah, I think if some other...
The payoff pitch is outside. The batsman full house is won by the batsman. Rolando Ramos draws his second walk of the day. Here is Cooper Dwyer, who had his first at-bat in the 5th. Strolling to the plate, he's going to take a hack at it with 2 on and 1 out.
Yeah, you could replace the words if you want to at home, but if some other bull spit happens here, he'll probably get himself tossed because he doesn't seem too happy today.
I think if he hits the field one more time from the dugout, he's gone. It is entertainment, though, definitely.
Inside off speed for strike 1. 5-2-4, shouts the manager for the Solano Falcons. All the batsmen and the runners are checking their little cheat sheets to see where that lands on the chart. Here's the pitch, line drive, base hit up the middle. 1 run's going to score. Moving over to third is Ramos, and he's going to stay put there. An RBI single and a pair of snake eyes for the Falcons.
Yeah, just impressive hitting there by Dwyer, just taking the ball up the middle into that right center field gap a little bit. Ramos, good base running there, advancing to third, and Chalk, good base running as well, scoring on that play. That's Kane Hill. Seen him for the 4th time today.
You know, one thing that happened today that I thought was pretty entertaining was the collision at first base. That was pretty crazy.
With the men over there, or no, excuse me, not the men over there, the man on third right now and the first baseman. That would be Ramos and Ellis.
That was, I thought there was going to be some sort of
a scuffle.
Yeah.
Well, with the way Ellis popped up and threw the ball over Ramos's head.
Yeah. Definitely thought there was going to be some words exchanged there, but they've been calm all day. I mean, you would think like something like that would have started something.
Yeah, but thankfully cooler heads prevailed.
Yeah.
Everyone was nice and collected. This is still a gentleman's sport after all.
Yeah, definitely.
Kane Hill had that RBI single back in the 5th. He drove in Rolando Ramos. Now Ramos, again in the same position, stands on third. Over on first is Cooper Dwyer. More speed on third than on first for this pair of snake eyes. And a left-handed pitcher, too, might limit any of the possible plays. Kane Hill stares at that ball. It was high, so 2 balls, 1 strike. The outfield playing straight away. The shortstop playing straight away. The second baseman closer to the bag. That one is low and away, so 3-1. A good hitter's count to a good hitter in Kane Hill. Millsaps waits on deck.
Yeah, and if you can get this type of solid defense and production from your backup catcher, it's quite a treat for the Solano team.
Yeah. to have a good backup catcher on a team is really important.
And a balk is called.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh. Here we
So
go.
here's the ejection coming.
Yeah, I think Khalid Johnson might get himself tossed here. I'm going to be a little quiet because he could probably hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He's been a gentleman about it.
Well, it was unclear exactly what it was. 3-1 after Ramos scores the 10th run of the game for the Falcons. Runner on second with one out for Kane Hill. Miller sets the kick and the pitch, swung on, fouled. So pitcher's full count. After he was down 3-1, he worked himself 3-2.
Been quite an entertaining game here as Solano hits double figures.
Swinging, that ball is in the air. Center field, shaded to the right. Thomas is the one who's going to make the grab. He's got the better arm, but tagging and safely advancing the third is Cooper Dwyer on the sacrifice fly from Kane Hill.
Yeah, we know how good of an outfielder Thomas can be. And strong throw, but just not going to catch Cooper Dwyer. They're a little too deep.
This has been a good game for Solano just offensively. Again, they're just clicking on all cylinders.
As we have a pitching change coming up here.
So, Ryan, this is a great time to talk about the sports broadcasting program. We know this is your first semester enrolling. How did you hear about this, first of all, and how are you liking so far the journey that you've been on, you know, before the semester started, and then now you're sitting behind calling plays?
I didn't know that Solano had this program at all. Like, I've been going here since after high school, so 2021, 2022. I didn't know they had something like this, and I kind of always wanted to be a part of something like this. And actually found out last semester I saw like a booklet on promoting this stuff at the Vacaville campus, and I was like, oh, they have this? Like, it's not something that you see at a JC college, and I mean any college really, if you think about it. And I knew I wanted to be a part of it because, I mean, honestly, I just feel so comfortable like doing stuff like this. And yeah, I mean, I think if there's people out there that want to join this program, definitely don't be afraid to hit up Greg Poff. He's a great teacher. He knows a lot about sports broadcasting and just doing interviews and TV work and stuff. And, you know, maybe he'll, put you on with some future job applications. So
that's true. Poff is one for helping a lot of people out, as there wasn't a pitching change. Miller stayed in.
Yeah, ground ball to the second baseman is going to end the inning. It's now 10-4 as we head to the top of the eighth.
I'm Cooper Dwyer. Thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.
My name is Mark Lancet, and I'm a professor of three-dimensional art here at Solano Community College. I was the founder of the Woodfire program here at the college.
This was a great opportunity to talk to artists, to work with artists and talk to them and be with them and enjoy like a nice night with them.
If people want to get involved and develop their capacity in an area, the community college is here for that.
The idea of this space is to allow students to be creative.
You get to design whatever you want.
They help you get an idea, and then you can just go from there.
From 3D printing, laser cutting,
hydraulics, electronics.
It's incredible what people have done.
We had employers come in and tell us we need these skills.
The teachers are really helpful.
Super supportive if you have no experience.
I've had a fantastic time. I've learned a lot.
Hi, I'm Eli Blurton. Thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.
If you're interested in a career in automotive,
back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. We're here in the top of the eighth inning. Solano leads 10-4 against the Contra Costa Comets. Leading things off is the cleanup batsman Jacob Jojola. Jojola today is 1 for 2. He also had a hit by pitch and a run scored, as well as a stolen base and an RBI. So a good day for this young man as he leads off the top of the 8th.
Yeah, and Mateo Cobb was pinch hitting that last at bat, but Les Bronze will take the place at second base for defensive purposes.
Swing and a foul ball. So, Ryan, where do you see yourself going with this? How long do you plan to stay with this program, and do you plan to do football or basketball or volleyball next semester?
You know, this is hopefully my last semester, so I think just with my future with stuff like this, I definitely would love to get into sports broadcasting and maybe, currently I'm doing like social media stuff. I'm not affiliated to anyone yet. I would love to be affiliated to the Giants, so if anyone out there works for the Giants and y'all hear me, please hit me up.
Well, you have to say, you have to give your handle. What's your Instagram handle?
Giants SF Central.
Giants SF Central.
Does have almost 11K followers, so I'm just putting that out there.
Hey, that's hard to do. To gain attraction on social media, that's a real skill set. That ball is going to be in the air foul.
Could promote the broadcasting program too a little bit. Also works both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is. I hope you're doing a great job. Watching the games, especially that 1 week where those 3 games were added to the schedule and you guys were on. Ryan, it was your voice that really stood out as one of those color voices that brings a lot of, what's that word? That major league analysis. It sounds like it comes off of the broadcast, and it applies well because it's things that I'm remembering too. 3-2 pitch is going to be tapped foul up the line.
Yeah, when you get thrown into an opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. And I'm glad Ryan has, as well as he has. Even if Poff might call him Dylan sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but you know what? I'm cool with it.
Blurton with a 3-2 count against the cleanup batsman. They're going to go at it again. The payoff pitch. Tapper to the first baseman. The flip over to Blurton, who's covering first. Gets the out. Great play between Dwyer and Blurton.
And Nathan, has Ryan told you he has a personal connection with the pitcher on the mound?
Ryan Blurton, tell me, please.
Well, he is my sister's boyfriend, so that is how I met him. He pretty good pitcher, I'd say. He's a pretty cool dude. He's chill.
I was like, anything off the field that we should know about him besides the baseball part?
That's about it. I don't see him a lot, but when I do, he's pretty chill. So, a good baseball player, good pitcher.
He looks calm, cool, and collected up there with a little winding slide step for a strike. It caught the batsman off guard. This is jersey number 23 now, pinch hitting for Karan Perilia. Number 23 is Nixon Collins Brown, a sophomore. In 41 at-bats, he's got 12 hits. Now he's going to have another one as that one drops right in front of the diving Pasmino.
Yeah, and Collins Brown is their usual DH. Looked like he was going to get the day off today until now.
So his first at-bat came in the 8th, and he gets a single.
Younger sister, it is?
Yeah. Senior in high school.
And Eli, obviously a freshman.
Yeah.
So Nixon Collins Brown. We're not too sure yet what his speed looks like, but he does have a good on-base percentage as well. He gets on at a 370 clip, and he's batting 293 before that at bat, so he raised his average.
I applaud batters that don't wear protective gear on their ankles and their legs at the plate because it's awful getting hit on the ankle, foul tips, and those guys that are just able to walk it off, it's just insane.
I never wore protective gear on my ankles.
Did you ever take a foul ball off the leg?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times. Playing catcher growing up, you take a lot of beatings.
Yeah.
Ramos is going to cash that one for the second out, but You know, you always want to make sure, just like in life, use protection. Anyways, 2 outs. Here is jersey number 8, Isaiah Samonte. He's looking for his first hit of the game. He's got 1 runner on and 2 outs. And, you know, again, just like in life, you know, if you show up to the game with no glove, you get no love. So Blurton is working from the stretch for the first time. A very short lead from Collins Brown over at first. Up and away. 1 ball, no strikes.
I mean, what more can I say after that, really? But yeah, protective gear can save your life, figuratively and literally, as there's a hit by pitch.
Oh.
Samonte taking that hit by pitch there. I feel bad when catchers get hit by pitches. They take enough of a beating as it is behind the plate.
They're probably like so happy to be in the box hitting. They aren't squatting, trying to catch the ball, and then they get hit.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling. That's for sure.
Especially against someone who throws hard.
Yeah, Blurton looks like he's got a heavy fastball.
Yeah.
Here's Caden Finley. He's looking for his first hit of the game. Ooh, he's going to drive that one right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Taylor has it. Here comes the throw. Home, and they almost had him, but the throw gets past the catcher, and number 23 is going to score. That's Collins Brown. So 10-5 now, the Comets.
That should have been an easy out at home.
Yeah, I don't know where the bounce is. That's happened twice now where the bounce, you're not really getting a true bounce off of that patch of infield grass. Yeah.
I think if you're Hill, I think he probably would have wanted that one back. He probably felt like he probably should have gotten that.
I mean, yeah, even though the ball surprisingly bounces higher up on you, that's when you got to like flip your glove real quick and just catch the ball and make the tag. But
so fouled away for Elijah Thomas, 0-1 the count.
Taylor's got a great arm out in the right field. That was a great throw.
Yeah, no, that really was fantastic. It was a good one hopper. It's just that there is something about that bounce. We've seen that happen against J.J. Dane as well. So not to blame Kane Hill, and good job by Blurton to back up the play and keep the runners at first and second. That could have been much uglier.
Yeah.
But 0-2, 2 outs. Blurton with the chance to get out of it with 1 pitch.
And y'all might have thought I was capping, bro. I literally had another person
So that's going to be out of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with runners on. 2 runners on.
quite a day here at the ball field. That sun's poking back through.
Strike 3 called. Blurton gets out of it. He only allows 1 run in the top of the 8th. We head now to the bottom.
Hi, I'm Isaiah Pazmino. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
Hi, I'm Kane Hill. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
I'm Rusty Mays. I'm one of the instructors here at the Solano Community College Aeronautics program here at the Nut Tree Airport. Here at Solano Community College, we really see them thrive and learn We have a 100% pass rate with our examiner.
I'm Kevin Spolstra, instructor, Solano Community College Aeronautics. At Solano Community College Aeronautics program, we teach the students aviation maintenance. We teach them the general subjects, the airframe subjects, and the power plant subjects.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning is the leadoff batsman, Isaiah Pazmino. Pazmino in the first lined out to the center fielder. In the second, he had that 2 RBI single and scored the 3rd run of the game. In the 4th, he had a sacrifice for the 2nd out. In the 6th, he grounded out to the second baseman. So 1 for 4. He's looking to be 2 for 5 here against Jack Miller, who's still in this ball game. He came in all the way back in the 5th inning. We're now in the 8th. So Miller has limited the Solano Falcons to just 1 run.
Yeah, it looks like
2 runs, excuse me.
Miller's going to finish off the pitching side of things here for the Comets unless they have a comeback on their eyes. In their eyes, excuse me, not on their eyes. Why would it be on their eyes?
The 1-2 to Pazmino. Look out. Right at the ankles. Kind of scares you a little bit.
Yeah, but if the Comets don't have a comeback in their eyes, this should be the last inning of work for Miller.
The 2-2 outside. So the batsman's full house now after Pazmino looks at that outside pitch. But yeah, no, Miller, you know, he's as good of a fireman as any. Comes in the 5th and only surrenders 2. Keeps it relatively close for his team. Swinging a hard hit, line drive to right field. That was a loud single off of the bat of Isaiah Pazmino.
Yeah, and there's that 2 for 5 you were saying he could potentially get. Just a nice clean hit through the right side. That's his 2nd one of the day going to right field. He likes slapping the ball the other way. He's not much of a pull guy.
An inside-out swing is one of the harder swings to develop as a baseball player because you have to keep the hands tucked in tight and spray the ball to the other side of the field. If you're a right-handed hitter and you can hit to the opposite side hard, I mean, it's very hard to pitch to you.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of jobs and a very long career. Now Pazmino's going immediately on the pickoff attempt. Same play as last, but different call this time as he's called out right away.
Yeah, Miller must have some sort of deceptive move for the runners to be going.
It does seem like it, or it seems like Solano's very antsy on trying to steal on him. But there definitely has to be some sort of, like you were saying, deceptive move that he does.
Because that's the 2nd time we've seen a runner go on that type of pickoff attempt.
So there's a called strike. First pitch of the at-bat to Michael Rivera. Rivera lined out to the pitcher in the 1st. He had an infield RBI single in the 3rd, and he ended up scoring the 4th run of the game. In the 4th, he was hit by a pitch and scored the 7th run of the game. And in the 6th, he flew out to the right fielder Thomas, who had to make a fantastic grab to get the out. So that is a 1 for 3 in 4 plate appearances. Swinging a line drive foul.
Starting to make a little bit more hard contact off Miller here.
Yeah, everyone in this lineup has seen him at least once. This is Michael Rivera's 2nd at-bat against Miller. Miller from the windup. Here's the kick and the 0-2 upstairs, outside, 1-2.
That's why people should not be going to second division. This is so cool. I'd rather have a newer city, bro. Newer.
The 1-2 outside again, so 2-2 now on this lefty versus righty matchup. Miller again with that sort of lasso-like sidearm left-handed delivery.
You know what? We've been all about baseball here today, right? And with our questions and the broadcasting program. I'm about to ask, what's your favorite vacation spot that you go to?
I'll let Ryan answer that one first.
It's hard because, well, 2 years ago I did go to France. That was for the first time. That was pretty nice.
Bonjour, oui, oui. I did take 2 years of French.
It's just something about Hawaii, though.
Hawaii.
Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I've been there a lot growing up, and I mean, I've been to almost like, I've definitely been to every main island. I would say probably Maui's got to be like my favorite. So I'd say Hawaii for sure.
That's a good answer. I mean, your answer is basically right in line with mine. The answer is the West Coast is the best coast. So I'm going to Vegas tonight, actually, right after this ball game. I'm driving down to Vegas, yeah. And, you know, like, the thing is, we live in Northern California, and 3 hours can get you to Tahoe, where it's a winter wonderland during the right time of year, or that's if you head east. But 3 hours southwest, and you're in the Golden Coast of the Golden State, California. You got San Luis Obispo, you got Monterey Bay, a little bit more north, you got Point Reyes, and honestly, we're just so blessed to be in what is one of the most beautiful geographic locations, not only in the country but in the world. And if, you know, coming from my background, knowing a little bit about feng shui, you actually look at, you know, the geography of San Francisco, and it's a peninsula surrounded by 3 sides of water, and that's what they believe in ancient feng shui to be very good luck. And, well, it's one of the wealthiest cities in the world, so I'm not going to disagree with them.
Yeah. What about you?
As for me, I love camping. I love that. That's more of my vacation style. Me and my mom, we go camping with our family down at this place called Arroyo Seco.
Where's that?
Basically Carmel Valley.
Carmel, okay.
It's right there, and it's just beautiful, and it's very nice. As I'll let you take over for a second, Nathan.
Out of play, 2 fielders giving chase. It was Thomas and Ellis down near the visitors' bullpen. That was a deep foul ball, but 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now for Mason Sayer. It's a pitcher's full house, so Miller's got the control in this at-bat.
But yeah, going down there and camping with a bunch of family, when you lose that cell tower and you have no internet for anything, it's quite nice. It gets you away from the phones and technology, and you don't realize that you need that detoxing from it sometimes.
Yeah. Mason Sayer defeats the full house. He draws a walk. Here's Cameron Taylor with 1 on and 2 out. But yeah, no, and that's why baseball's great. I mean, it's an excuse to, everyone says baseball's boring. Well, I mean, tell me faster how you have a short, fried attention span. You just sit and absorb this game and detox from, you know, endless scrolling. I mean, just look at this. There's so much detail. You just have to look with a tight eye. And there's a first pitch strike to Cameron Taylor.
You just enjoy it. Like, enjoy, like, being away from everything, you know? Like, when I watch a game, like, especially when I'm in person, like, I mean, now with the whole...
Way foul.
Thought that was a home run.
No, that would have absolutely been out had it been 20 feet to the right. That could have been out.
Yeah, that composite material sent it way foul.
But you were saying?
Now that obviously I'm doing the Instagram stuff, it's kind of harder for me to be off my phone. But before, like, especially when I go to games in person or just watching games on TV, like, I try to stay away from that. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, just be where you are.
Yeah, dedicating 3 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever. I'm just going to watch the game.
Cal Newport, read his book called Deep Work, and every other book he's released afterwards. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, swung on, ground ball, down the line, fair ball. Cameron Taylor has a 2-out hit. Now rounding second is Mason Sayer. He's going to dive head first into third. And now it's second and third with 2 out for Tyler Chalk.
Mason Sayer flying around second on his way to third there, slid in and took the base with him a little bit. Great hit, though, by Taylor, pulling it right down the line past the third baseman, diving, and that was Faruda.
And are we going to have that as a single or a double?
Ooh.
Was it a double down the line? Double down the line sounds about right.
I would say double down the line.
Now a pass ball, and scoring easily is Sayer, and now on to third is Taylor. Ryan, what would you score that as? Double down the line or a single?
Single. No, I would probably score it a double. Just because I would score it a double.
Much appreciated, sir. Here's Tyler Chalk now. The run has scored. It's 11-5. Rolando Ramos waits patiently on deck. Miller from the stretch fires, and there's a line drive over the jumping Peyton that's short. Scoring easily is Taylor, and a 2-out, 1 RBI single for Tyler Chalk.
And Chalk is 2 for 5 on the day, right?
Yes, 2 for 5 now on the day.
Would you believe me if I said his average went down today?
Well, that's how hot of a hitter he is. 2 for 5 is suboptimal production for that production machine.
That was still great hitting, though.
His move is nice on the mound.
So 12 now on the board for the Falcons.
And it is 5.
Now there's a scooping line drive, base hit. That's going to drop in front of the center fielder Lack. And first and third now as Rolando Ramos gets on. Here is number 23, Cooper Dwyer.
Yeah, I mean, Solano, they're just tattooing the ball right now, seeing it well out of Miller. He's been pitching in this game quite a bit now, so. And it doesn't seem like he's going to come out anytime soon with no one warming up in the bullpen for Contra Costa.
Yeah, Miller's got to finish this game no matter what. So Cooper Dwyer had his first at-bat back in the 5th. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He also has an RBI and a sacrifice. So, very productive day for a man that started halfway through this ball game. He looks at strike 1. Here's the 0-1, low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Very small lead from Ramos over at first. They know that Miller's got a good move over the first. The left-handed pitcher does.
Yeah, Miller has that great move, but that fatigue might be setting in for him right now. He's missing a little bit inside more than usual, and he's just leaving balls over the heart of the plate if he is leaving it over the middle.
Yeah, that one missed up and in, 2-1. So Dwyer, all he has to do is be patient and wait for something he can smash.
Yep.
Here's the 2-1. He takes a hack at it and sends it foul.
Well, he's missing his location a lot. Like, a couple of the hits for Solano came off pitches that were just right down the middle.
Oh, we gotta give Jack Miller his credit. He only had 6 innings pitched coming into this game today.
Sorry about that, Miller.
And strike 3 called. That's going to end the inning. 2 runs they put up. It's 12-5 as we head to the top of the 9th.
Kyle Stafford, pitching coach. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
or working behind the scenes, then this is the class for you.
For more information, contact Greg Poff, that's me, at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester, and remember,
It's more than just sports, it's an education.
Excited to be here for Welcome Week. Solano Community College welcomes all of our students back. We want students to feel welcome, to be part of a vibrant community, and understand that we go out of our way to make sure that you feel that there's a place here for you and a range of services to support you through your academic study.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, treasurer of the ASSC here at Solano Community College, and today we're just here handing out Scantrons, pencils, coffee, free hot chocolate, and all this stuff just to get our students to feel comfortable on the campus.
I'm staffing the Ask Me table this week, where we are answering students' questions and promoting the Solano College Promise, which makes your first year free if you attend full-time.
Hi, my name is McKaylee Mates.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. We're here in the top of the 9th, and the Contra Costa Comets are down to their last 3 outs. The Comets, they traveled north. They are 24 miles and 30 minutes south of Fairfield, California. They're along I-80. They're halfway to SF from our location right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch to the batsman Jaden Lack.
And they're taking a shorter drive than I am after this game. That's for sure. And we're going the same direction.
It's amazing when you live on I-80 because you think about, how many players have passed through there to get to Oracle Park that sits right on the other side of the Bay Bridge where I-80 ends.
Are you talking about that boring baseball park in the Bay Area?
The most beautiful ballpark in all of baseball, actually, is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Because the Sacramento River Cats, they live up in Sac. That's along 80. So all of those players that get called up, they pass through here. They drive through Fairfield. They drive through Contra Costa to get to Oracle Park. And I always think that's amazing to think about. 1-2, swung on and fouled back.
You might have had top players, players that
pass through my exit.
That is very true. Yeah,
you have no idea.
No, I love Oracle. It's a beautiful ballpark.
No, absolutely.
Can't hate on it too much.
It makes opposing not all fans, because some fans are just they don't care, but
and strike 3 called as Al Blurton starts off the ninth.
Some opposing fans are like, God, I want to hate, but I can't because your ballpark's so just gorgeous. And I'm like, yeah, well, they did it right when they made that stadium.
Yeah, a privately funded ballpark, the first of its kind. It just shows that ownership through and through. They weren't asking people for public funds. They weren't asking taxpayers to fund it. It was a purely private operation, and now they're developing Mission Rock right across the water.
They just sold 10% of their team to finish the development, and they're also going to work on adding more stuff to Oracle itself. I think I could be wrong, but they're doing something with the Coke bottle, so I don't know.
Yeah, they were upgraded. There was some scaffolding on the Coke bottle and the glove.
So you're telling me Giants ownership is a lot more friendly and better than A's ownership?
I can't confirm or deny, but I'll let the actual building that they play in speak for itself. 3-0 count to Ryan Payton. He struck out in the 7th against Blurton. Now he's going to look at a called strike. Blurton falling back 3-0. He's trying to climb back. It's 3-1.
Well, the A. I apologize for that. The A's. A's, I don't even know. They're going to Vegas, right? They're going to be in Sacramento.
Supposedly.
The thing is, with their team, they've actually spent more money this offseason than a lot of teams in their own league.
Right, to everyone's surprise.
So it's
that's why I'm saying the A's are going to be good this year.
Are they going to be in the playoffs? And then it's where do you play postseason games? If you're Rob Manfred, do you really want to sell postseason tickets at a AAA stadium?
No, you know what? I hope.
Use it to the advantage.
Yeah, because
it's your home field advantage.
Yeah, if you think about it, the front office and all the players, they have to do a job in spite of the ownership. So, the fact that they're making moves, I hope we see a playoff team up in Sutter Health Park in Sacramento.
That would be insane. I'm rooting for that, but at the same time, it's I just wonder what they're going to do.
Good stop there by Cahill.
They aren't going to go back to the Coliseum. So, that would, to your point, like you're saying, that does sell tickets that would make more revenue for Sacramento and for the River Cats.
Yeah, it would make a bunch of revenue if they played a playoff game there. And I'm sure the stadium's going to feel a lot more full up in Sacramento than it did in Oakland. It's so excited it's going to be that way in reality, but what more can we say about it than John Fisher himself? He's such a beloved man in the league.
2-0.
Definitely did not see his name on wanted posters around the Oakland district.
John Fisher is the type of man who absolutely just lights up a room anytime he stands up and leaves.
Greatest smile in the world. Haven't you seen it?
Well, you ruined my punchline. It's every time he stands up and leaves because people just can't stand the stench that he leaves wherever he goes. Anyways, 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out. Jacob Jojola is on deck. He waits patiently. Right now it's Kevin Ferruda, one of the team's best hitters. He scored the second run back in the first inning. Blurton now sets. He's got a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Oh, look out. And it's past the catcher, Kane. So moving over to second is Peyton. And a runner in scoring position with 1 out now. Robert trying to frame the pitch.
Yeah.
It was perfect on my end.
He caught it on his end.
I did.
Now the payoff. Inside, and it's away from the catcher Hill again. So snake eyes with one out for the cleanup batsman Jacob Jojola.
That's twice in a
I
row.
feel like I'm having deja vu right now. That was the exact same thing.
Be like that clip of Aroldis Chapman from behind home plate when he threw it and it was like nowhere near the strike zone.
Oh,
The ball
God,
went
yeah.
all the way to the back and it was like 103 miles an hour. I'm so happy they have nets back here. I mean, speaking of nets, like, how do you guys feel about that? I mean, obviously it's been a few years, right, since they implemented
down the foul
yeah,
lines.
down the
You
foul
know,
lines.
I think it should stop maybe 2/3 of the way up the line because I caught my first foul ball. My only foul ball I ever caught was at a minor league park. It was in August of 2019. The OKC Dodgers were playing the Las Vegas Aviators. And I told my dad, let's get a front row seat down the right field line because that's where foul balls from right-handed batsmen would come. And there was a ground ball, and there was a kid in front of me who tried to reach out, but guess what? Kid didn't have his glove, so no love for you, buddy. It was underneath his hands, and I caught it off the wall. And that's the only ball I ever caught in my life. And you can't do that at Major League ballparks now because the net just goes all the way down.
yeah.
So how are you supposed to make a play as a fan?
So you're telling me you've never caught a ball in a major league stadium?
No, because I lived in the Philippines for 8 years. Blurton sets. He's got
That's
runners
fair.
on first and third.
That is fair.
With one out, a 1-1 count against Jacob Jojola. Here's the pitch. Upstairs and in and out of the glove of Kane. But he recovers. 2-1.
I think like
That means I'm one up on you.
Yeah, what was your catch? You gotta tell that story.
It's actually my Instagram profile. It wasn't really a true foul ball. It was just a ball that got thrown into the stands, but I'll still take it.
Oh, yeah.
And Carlos Santana. It was last year.
Oh.
In the Oakland Coliseum.
Well,
And-
congratulations. Line drive, center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. One run's going to score. Everyone's going to stay put. So first and second now in this 12-6 ball game.
But yeah, Carlos Santana had a ball. He just threw it into the stands over by the Twins dugout. And I was right there, caught it, saved my mom from getting hit. And this woman comes down and she's like, I got a picture of that. Do you want it? And then I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take a look at it. And lo and behold, it's right before the ball is going into my glove.
Wow.
And I'm about to catch it, saving my mom. And it's my Instagram profile picture now.
that is a cool story. That's cool that you got that moment.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, that's always a good feeling. Baseball, again, it's one of those sports. Baseball is just, it's such a charming sport. What other sport can you go to and go home with a souvenir and not an injury? I can go to a hockey game and go home with a souvenir and probably a lost tooth. I'd have to trade the tooth for a souvenir at a hockey game.
That's true.
First pitch, swung on and fouled back by Nixon Collins Brown. He had his first at bat in the 8th. He hit a single and scored the 5th run of the game.
Collins Brown is another one of those steady hitters for the Comets.
Now, I have a funny story. Speaking of getting baseballs and stuff at MLB games and stuff. When I was younger,
You've never got one.
No, I got a lot in one day by just
by
I got
a miracle.
lucky. I got lucky. I was 10. It was 2010 season. The Giants were playing the Dodgers.
Chopper to the shortstop, over to second for one out,
Yes,
over
sir.
to first, and a double play is going to end the dominant 12-6 win as Solano comes out on top of the Contra Costa Comets. We're going to cut to commercial break, and we'll be back to you shortly with the post-game recap.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
Welcome back to the Solano College Sports Network baseball broadcast. So the Solano Falcons take the win. It's a very comforting win, 12-6. And what I noticed first is that the pitching for Solano came on. Eli Blurton, you have to look at him. 7 innings pitched after coming in for relief from Daniel Rios. He gave up 4 hits and only 2 runs and 7 strikeouts. So a very dominant performance from Blurton.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you say? You got such a great relief outing from Blurton. He saved your whole pitching staff today. If it wasn't for him, Solano might have gone through 3-4 more pitchers. And when you're able to just have the stamina and the courage to just go through a lineup like that and knowing you're going to be in there a long time in the game, amazing work by Blurton.
Yeah, I think just like we were saying, if Blurton is able to come in and do stuff like that this season, it's going to help this Solano team's pitching staff so well, because the less pitchers that you have to use during a game, it's going to help everyone so much, because especially when we head into the dog days of the season, when you get into that middle part where you need those middle relief guys, if Blurton can come in and just deal like that and be the fireman and just stop these other teams from scoring and stuff, it's going to help the other pitchers relax, the ones that you're going to need the middle of the season.
Yeah, I mean, especially, 7 innings pitched. You only use 2 pitchers on the game, and this is game 2 of 3 versus Contra Costa, so there's a lot to look forward to now, but we'll be signing off, as that's it for the game today, Solano Falcons versus the Contra Costa Comets. We'll see you at the next one.